The video begins with a girl looking straight at the main character and saying coldly, "Let's break up." She gives the reason. "The ends of your hair are damaged." The main character stares at her, stunned. He says, "Just for this small thing? I gave you everything you wanted. Was I not enough for you?" Just then, another boy enters the scene. He walks over, catches the girl's shoulder, and says, "Stop crying now, Fei Yum Yum." He looks at the main character and smirks. "This lovely girlfriend of yours ran straight into my arms the moment she found out about my S-rank talent. Brother MC, the look on your face is truly worth seeing." The ex-girlfriend clings to the new boy and says with pride, "Joining up with a strong boy and fighting beasts, that's fate. You know that, right? When boys turn 18, their artifact-wielding powers awaken. We girls awaken our second form, allowing us to become weapons in battle. We need strong boys like Mingyu, only then can we use our full potential. This is for the good of the country." The main character clenches his fists and says, "Strong man? How do you know I won't become strong in the future?" His ex laughs louder. "Stop dreaming. You're not even worthy of carrying Mingyu's shoes. Stop following me." The main character turns away and mutters, "Don't worry. I have no interest in picking up trash." Irritated, his ex yells, "He still thinks he can compete with you. If he even gets A rank, that'd be a miracle." Suddenly a voice calls, "Next, Lin Fang." Lin Fang steps forward to take his name test. He thinks to himself, "It's just a simple talent test. Let's get it over with." The test instructor frowns. "Hurry up. Don't waste time. Others are waiting too." Lin Fang walks up and places his hand on the glowing test pillar. Suddenly, the pillar shines brightly. The instructor stares in shock. "S-rank? Are we really getting 2 S-ranks this year?" The ex-girlfriend and Mingyu stare in disbelief. The ex scoffs. "This person has no better education, no better background. Even if his talent is high, he won't last." But the instructor shouts, "Wait, it's still rising. Is this above S-rank?" The light grows brighter. The rank keeps increasing. Mingyu can't believe it. "No way." The test result appears. SSS-Rank. Everyone gasps. The instructor shouts, "Notify the government immediately." Mingyu yells from the back, "Retest. This machine is broken." Lin Fang calmly sticks his finger in his nose and replies, "You failed, so now you're blaming the machine? That's strange." His ex runs over, grabs his hand. "Ah Feng, wait! I wasn't thinking properly. I always wanted to bind with you. It was just a mistake." Another girl steps forward, calm and confident. She says, "He's mine. You can't bind with him." The crowd murmurs. She introduces herself. "Lusverin. Senior Class 3. Top beauty of Hua High School," Lin Fang thinks. "Oh brother. Finally, something good's happening in life." The students whisper. "Lusverin never talks to anyone. How is she binding herself to someone now? But he's SSS-Rank. And she's always wanted to join the Ability Combat Squad." Lusverin walks closer and asks Lin Fang, "Am I more beautiful than her?" Lin Fang nods nervously. A boy cries out from the crowd, "My Sverin! She took away my future wife." Lusverin asks again, "Am I better than her in studies?" Lin Fang sweats but says, "Yes." She smiles. "Then choose me." Lin Fang stares, stunned. "Is this what being SSS-Rank brings?" The school goddess. "Approaching me?" He hesitates. "But I don't even know what your second form is. How can I bind with you so easily?" Lusverin smiles gently. "I want to know it too. Wake me up with your mental power. I'll be yours." Suddenly, a monster attacks. Flames burst out. A senior yells, "Teachers! Evacuate the students! Where's the security team?" Mingyu steps up. "The team will take time. I'll try." He summons his psychic weapon, Hunting Blade. Chains shoot from his hand and grab Lin Fang's axe. He thinks, Let's see who the real genius is. Second form, hunting blade, activate. The axe transforms into a blade in Mingya's hand. He charges toward the monster. Lusvarin murmurs. Mingya's father is in the ability combat squad. Like father, like son, Lin Fang says. I'll praise him. Once he defeats the beast. But suddenly. Bam! The monster's tail hits Mingya hard. He's sent flying. Lin Fang walks over. What happened? Caught in the wind? Mingya shouts. You don't understand? He thinks. Liang Ru. Her name sounds so weak, he declares to the crowd. It's a B-rank one-eyed tyrant dragon. Its weakness is the eye on its forehead. But I can't reach it. I don't have a flying weapon. Mingya turns and yells at Lin Fang. And you, SSS-Rank turtle. Hiding behind me. Do you even deserve to speak? Lusvarin steps forward, grabs Lin Fang's hand, and places it on her chest. He panics. Hey! It's illegal to force boys. But Lusvarin says, your mental power entered my body. My second form has awakened. Now I can't bond with anyone else. You have to bind with me. She transforms into a super cool bike. Only I can take you up there. So, want a ride? Lin Fang stares. How can a real man say no to that? He hops on and zooms forward. He grabs Mingya's blade along the way. Mingya yells behind him. Hey! Lin Fang replies. Just borrowing it for a bit. Mission to save lives, starting now. The bike climbs the monster's tail at high speed. The monster is stunned. Lusvarin says, I'll take you up. Lin Fang leaps into the air. Thank you. He descends. Slash. Blade strikes the monster's eye. The beast screams and falls. Lin Fang turns to his ex and says, Am I the strong man you talked about? His ex gasps in awe. Ah, Fang. You're amazing. Lin Fang walks over, hands the blade back to Mingyu. Here. Your stuff. The ex reverts to human form. Ah, Fang, don't leave. Take me with you. He scoffs. A broken piece of junk has no value to me. He adds to Mingyu. This blade has been used by an SSS rank like me. Consider it a gift. Mingyu grits his teeth. There hasn't been an SSS rank in decades. Maybe the test was faulty. He gets ready to challenge again. Suddenly, a red-haired girl appears, eating a lollipop. She says lazily, Give that rusty cup back to him. She smirks. I have a better testing device than this. I want to try. I'm the vice captain of the 4th team of the Ability Combat Squad. Would you both like to take our test? Whoever wins will get a chance to bind with a beautiful senior like me. My name is Mingya. She turns, confident. If you both want to settle this matter, then follow me. Mingya approaches Lin Fang and flirts slightly. You have courage, Lin Fang. I heard you're the only SSS rank weapon master among this year's students. And seniors really love boys with potential. Lin Fang looks a little shy but says, You being the vice captain of the 4th squad must mean you're really strong. I'd love to see that for myself. Mingya smirks. You'll see soon enough. She leads them to the testing ground. As they arrive, Lin Fang looks around and frowns. There isn't any fancy equipment here like you mentioned. Mingyu folds his arms behind him. You lied to us. Mingya replies calmly. Be patient. Suddenly, members from her squad start arriving. She continues. School devices can only measure talent levels. But how much of that talent you can actually use, that's a different story. If you really want to know your strength, the best way is to fight experienced fighters like us. Our squad members range from C rank to A rank. Whoever you defeat will reflect your true level. Mingyu steps forward with a scoff. At most A rank? I'm S rank. Your squad members aren't even worthy of being my sparring partners. Lin Fang thinks to himself. So this is going to be a real fight. Mingyu grabs Lin Fang's axe, turns it into a blade, and says, Fine. Summon your strongest A-rank fighter. This won't take long. Mingya smiles. Of course. She walks toward one of her squad members and binds with him. She transforms into a massive blade, and the boy uses her to block Mingyu's attack. Shocking even Mingyu. Mingjie in blade form says, "If that's all you've got, then you were absolutely right. Empress Guardian, awakening skill." The attack forcefully pushes Mingyu back. Thousand Gene counterattack, activated. Mingyu grits his teeth, rising slowly. "No, this can't be. I'm an S-rank weapon master. How could I lose to a mere A rank?" Lin Fang steps forward and says firmly, "That's the difference between bound weapons. Liangru, you're really useless." From the back, Liangru screams, "Lin Fang! How dare you call me useless? I might be useless, but I'm still 100 times better than that girl who can only become a car. I'll see how you two even bind, let alone win." But then, Lusverin's form glows. Combat mode unlocked, dual-wield form. She transforms into two sleek, glowing wheel weapons. Lin Fang grabs one in each hand. He says with determination, "How are we going to win? Like this?" Mingjie's eyes widen. "So now I understand. After fighting with us, her new form awakened," Lin Fang thinks. "So this is the advantage of being an SSS-Rank weapon master. Just one fight, and we've leveled up." He then says to the watching crowd, "Hey, not every bound weapon can level up. Some will never evolve, ever." Suddenly, Mingjie's partner charges at Lin Fang. Mingjie grins. "Yes, genius boys! Let the seniors see your strength." The battle begins. Attack. Dodge. Counterattack. Mingjie says mid-fight. "But if this is all you've got, don't disappoint me." The boy beside her mutters, "Their strength is equal to ours." Lin Fang shouts, "Then let's wear him down first. Change form, mount form." Lusverin turns back into her bike mode. A voice from the enemy side says, "Changing forms won't help. Don't forget, I have the awakening skill." Just as the skill is about to activate, whoosh! Lin Fang speeds up behind her. He yells, "I knew you'd try a defensive counterattack. I observed earlier. This skill can only be triggered from the front, and only at the perfect moment. But by chipping away with small strikes, we've drained your energy, slowly but surely. Until victory is in our hands." Even Mingjie is impressed. One more time, Lin Fang and Lusverin charge in together. But this time, as Lin Fang closes in, the enemy boy intercepts him from the front. He shouts, "You took the 4th mercenary squad lightly. Now face 1000 Gene counterattack." But Lin Fang vanishes. The boy stares, shocked. Where did he? Suddenly, Lin Fang reappears behind him. Lusverin, still in wheel mode, spins fast in Lin Fang's grip. Bam! Lin Fang strikes the boy directly in the face. The enemy goes flying. He crashes far across the field. Mingjie returns to human form, stunned. How can this be?" Lin Fang smiles coolly. "Oh, I forgot to mention something. During our last fight, we didn't just unlock combat mode. We also unlocked our awakening skill." He looks to Lusverin. "Phantom Traverse." From then on, Mingjie said, "You're not bad. But don't be too happy. You only tied up with an A-rank squad member." Lin Fang raised an eyebrow and asked, "So there are stronger weapon masters than him in your squad?" "I haven't even shown my full strength yet." Mingjie smirked. "I'm the vice-captain of the 4th mercenary squad. And where there's a vice-captain, there's also a captain. He's the only battle-hardened S-rank weapon master in our squad." Just then, boom! A huge blast echoed nearby. Everyone was shocked. Mingjie frowned. "Cargo? Do you think errants are cargo?" Lin Fang looked forward. "What's going on over there? Is the cargo going berserk?" Suddenly, his ex-girlfriend ran up to them, panic on her face. "Help!" she screamed. "That aberrant is eating people! It already swallowed Mingjie." She ran closer and said breathlessly, "Wow, if that dark-skinned guy hadn't stopped it, I wouldn't have made it back." Mingjie reassured her. "Don't worry. Zhou Ming is with our captain. He'll be fine. Lusverin looked around, confused. What's all this chaos? We were just training and now this? Lin Fang spoke up. Let's go check it out. He immediately moved toward the direction of the commotion. They arrived to a terrifying sight. A huge monster was holding two people in its grasp. One of them was their captain. Seeing this, Mingjie gasped. Captain? Lin Fang looked at the struggling figure. So this is the battle-hardened S-Rank captain you were talking about? Mingjie began stepping forward. If even the captain can handle this, then this definitely isn't an ordinary aberrant. I'll hold it off. You all escape! But Lin Fang revved Lusverin in bike form and shot forward. The boy beside Mingjie was stunned. Lin Fang sped up the monster's back and shouted, Now's our chance! But the monster suddenly flung sticky spiderwebs at them. The web tangled both Lin Fang and the other boy midair. Mingjie returned to her human form and gasped. This web won't tear. There's neurotoxin in it too. Just as the monster prepared to strike again, Lin Fang arrived. He slashed through the attack and saved them. Lusverin switched back to bike mode. Lin Fang shouted, I told you, use the chance to kill the spider. Not to save the captain. He's strong, he'll survive. Mingjie frowned. You don't understand. This spider might be part of the mission. We have to capture it alive. And if even our captain can't control it, it's stronger than we thought. The only way to win is to free him, then tie the monster up. Lin Fang extended his hand toward Mingjie. Captain this, captain that, didn't I defeat you just a while ago? Why not try binding with me? The monster roared and threw another web at them. Lin Fang shouted, Hurry! There's no time! Mingjie hesitated, then gave him her hand. Their bond formed. Both vanished from that place, saved in time. Lin Fang called out to Lusverin. Increase speed! Lusverin accelerated, and Lin Fang dashed ahead. Slash! He beat the monster to pieces. The monster screamed. Damn weapon masters! Lin Fang was stunned. It spoke? Lusverin said softly. Its voice sounds like a woman's. Mingjie cut in. Forget that for now. Don't let it escape. Lin Fang turned the bike around. The monster hissed. Who said I'm running away? It lunged again. Toward the captain, it sneered. That S-Rank student I just swallowed. He was a tasty appetizer. But if I shred this S-Rank captain and eat him too, my power will skyrocket. Suddenly. Swoosh. Lin Fang appeared again. Phantom Traverse. He pulled the captain to safety. Bang! Mingjie in blade form struck with Empress Guardian, 1000 Gene Strike. The monster staggered. How? How can this be? Lin Fang stared down at it. What now, monster? The beast collapsed to the ground. No, don't kill me. I just swallowed an S-Rank student whole. He's your teammate, right? If I die, he dies too. Lin Fang hesitated. He was confused. The monster slithered forward. That's right. The weakness of you humans is your emotions. If I take time to fully absorb that S-Rank student, I can turn the tables. Lin Fang raised his blade, ready to strike. Mingjie shouted. Wait! Lin Fang, stop! This is the target of our mission. It must be captured alive. The monster's eyes narrowed. Something's off. This boy doesn't care whether his teammate lives or dies inside me. From inside, the voice of the ex-girlfriend screamed. I'm going to die. I'm going to die. Come save me, Mingjie suddenly spoke up. There's money in this. Completing the mission means a bonus. If we keep it alive, I'll share the reward with you. Lin Fang's eyes lit up. You said it yourself? Mingjie smiled slyly. Hey kid, you were waiting for this moment, weren't you? And then Mingjie comes back into her human form. The monster laughs and says, We're saved! And starts laughing. Hey, unless you kill me now, once I finish digesting that high-rank student in my belly, all of you will die too. Just then, a loud shout echoes out from somewhere, and Lin Fang gets ready to attack. He says, Don't think just because we're standing here, we can't kill you. Even if I don't want to, I'll have to stop you from absorbing Mingyu and becoming stronger. But before Lin Fang could strike, the monster wasn't attacking. Instead, Mingyu suddenly spills out of its mouth. Smoke fills the air, covering the monster's face. And then a girl walks out of the smoke and says, "I've already spat her out. Pardon me." Seeing this, Lin Fang's mouth hangs wide open. He stares and says, How did this aberrant become a woman?" He suddenly feels shy looking at her. Just then, a restraining electronic collar is clamped around her neck. Someone shouts, "Quickly, put the containment device on her before she transforms again." She's secured and taken away. Magazine then steps forward and explains, "As you can see, this is why the aberrant is so valuable. This is a humanoid aberrant experiment created by the Untitled Tower Corporation. They hired it to help transport us." Lin Fang frowns and asks, "Untitled Tower? What's that?" LDrago responds, "That name sounds familiar." Then the captain, slowly recovering, explains, Untitled Tower is a massive publicly listed company. It's one of the key enterprises in Shiliang City. Mingji turns to him and says, "Captain? You're conscious again." The captain continues, "They specialize in researching ways to enhance the combat power of weaponsters. Every year, they supply huge amounts of talent and equipment to the military." Then the spider, now in girl form, clings to the captain and says, "Impressive. Who would have thought such a cute girl was actually a terrifying spider-type aberrant? It's good you arrived on time and brought it under control, magazine. If the cargo had escaped..." Mingji runs over and shouts, "Then we would have lost our 2 million reward." From behind, Lin Fang yells, "Hey! Could you not say that so loud? I heard that. You're getting 2 million for this job. And you promised to split half with me. That means I get 1 million. Mingji quickly claps her hand over the captain's mouth to stop him from saying anything more. The captain looks at Mingji, shocked, and says, "Mingji, are you really giving this boy 1 million? Magazine smiles and says, "Why not?" She explains, "It was Lin Fang who defeated that dangerous aberrant. If I hadn't promised him half, he might have killed it. Then what would we say to the higher-ups?" The captain still looks doubtful. "That student defeated the aberrant? That's impossible. I saw it swallow an 8th rank student. I barely escaped with my life fighting it, and you're saying he not only beat it but even spared it intentionally?" Lin Fang shrugs and says, "Well, I should thank Mingji for binding me. If it had just been me and LDrago, we could have stopped it somehow, but controlling it, that's another matter." Hearing that, the captain suddenly perks up and says, So you admit, it happened because of Mingji from our squad. Then we don't need to split the reward. Let's renegotiate." Mingji gets annoyed. "Captain, come on." Lin Fang makes a weird face and says, "You're trying to go back on your word now?" The captain raises his hand and summons his weapon. "No, I just want to know if this kid even has the capacity to handle $1 million. Ever heard of innocent people getting into trouble just because they carried treasure?" In his mind, the captain thinks, let's install the threat assessment scanner and test his combat rating. I don't want to use force if I don't have to. Lin Fang, now holding his weapon, says calmly, "All this talk is getting old. Alright, let's begin." The scanner activates and starts reading Lin Fang's energy. The captain's eyes widen. What? The number's over 1,000. No, nearly 2,000? He shouts. Almost 2,000 combat power? Is this guy really a student? Lin Fang grins and says, "Then what are you waiting for? Make your move." The captain stood frozen, his face pale, thoughts racing through his mind. He thinks, for elite-level fighters, at least 300 combat power is required in real battle. As a quasi-elite captain, my own combat power only reaches between 1,700 and 1,736. Most other mercenary squad captains remain around 1,000. But this guy, he's just a student, and he already has the combat power of an elite captain like Quaj. If he gains more real combat experience..." He gulps and clenches his fists. He thinks, There can only be one explanation. I understand now. His binding partner must be of extremely high quality. That's the reason his combat power has grown this fast. From the front, Lin Fang raises his voice. He says, "Hey! You were the one who said you wanted to fight. So stand still and firm now. Are we fighting or not?" The captain grits his teeth and replies, he says, "So you're really an SSS-ranked weapon master. At first I wasn't sure. But now I understand. Heroes really are born in their youth." He lowers his weapon a little, narrows his eyes, and continues. He says, "But kid, you won't be able to grow much hiding under the shadow of a powerful woman." Lin Fang furrows his brow and tilts his head. He asks, "A powerful woman? You mean Lusverin?" Lusverin looks confused and chimes in. She says, "What does this old man mean by that?" Magazine then steps in calmly and lifts the mystery. She says, "Actually, the girl is also a student. She used to be a vehicle-type artifact. After forming a bond with Lin Fang, she evolved into this new humanoid form." The moment the captain hears this, his legs wobble and nearly give out. He gasps. "What?" he says. "We've fought together for over a year, and we've only unlocked one combination technique. And you're saying this boy formed a bond with another student, and it triggered a full evolution?" Mingji crosses her arms and smirks. She says, "Not just evolution. She gained new skills too. If I had to guess, I'd say that girl's artifact aviator quality is probably on par with mine." Hearing that, the captain's eyes go blank. He thinks, "New skills? This is insane. Quasi-elite capabilities, vehicle form, and he's just a student." Lin Fang folds his arms and glares. He says, "Hey, are we fighting or not? If not, then as we agreed, give me my 1 million commission." The captain blinks, his attitude flipping instantly. He grabs Lin Fang's hand with a big grin. He says, "Okay. 1 million. But you must join our 4th mercenary squad as a team member. Welcome to the squad." Lin Fang looks irritated. He says, "What nonsense are you saying? I just want the money. I don't care about any mercenary squad." The captain lets out a wise sigh and puts a hand on Lin Fang's shoulder. He says, "Oh, you naive child, a one-time reward is nothing compared to a long-term meal ticket. I admit, you've got SSS-rank talent. But to unlock your full potential, you need experience. With us, you can fight real battles, level up fast, and earn money while you're at it. What's so bad about that?" Lin Fang raises his eyebrows, thinking for a moment. He says, "That sounds really nice." He nods. He says, "Okay." Immediately, the entire squad erupts in cheers. They shout, "Congratulations to Lin Fang on joining our 4th mercenary squad. Welcome. Welcome." Just then, Mingyu stumbles in, limping and wiping tears from her eyes. She falls to her knees in front of Lin Fang, sobbing. She cries, thank you for saving my life. Brother Lin. I admire you completely now." Lin Fang scratches his head awkwardly. He says, All right. Just calm down. But listen, next time, at least tell me what the mission actually is." Mingyu wipes her eyes and starts explaining. She says, "At first, I just saw them carrying a cargo container. I peeked inside, and saw a woman locked up, repeating a name. It was your name. I realized she was your ex." She takes a deep breath and continues. She says, "Then I got this stupid idea. I thought maybe your weak combat power was because I was holding you back. So I broke the restraints, thinking you could bind with the aberrant instead." She lowers her head. She says, "But as soon as I did that, boom! That woman transformed into a giant spider and swallowed him whole." The captain steps in to explain the rest. He says, "As you can see, this humanoid aberrant was specially engineered to bind with male weaponsters. In today's society, there's a wide range of talent among male weaponsters. At the same time, many female artifacts prefer to bind with strong weaponsters. As a result, weaker males are left without partners. That limits their growth, and wastes potential manpower. He tightens his gloves and continues. He says, and combat-ready weaponsters are in high demand on the front lines of the aberrant war. Lin Fang listens carefully, then speaks from the front. He says, so that's why Untitled Tower took this approach. Lusverin looks at Lin Fang concerned. She asks, what's wrong? What happened? Lin Fang glances down. He says, my father works there. Because of his confidentiality contract, he hasn't come home for 8 years. The next day, Lin Fang sat in his classroom, lost in thought. Even though I've joined the 4th Mercenary Squad, I still have school responsibilities. If I want to uncover my father's whereabouts, I need to focus on missions related to the Untitled Tower. Just then, Lu Xueran approached him and said seriously, about that company, Untitled Tower, it's anything but righteous. Lin Fang looked up, surprised. What do you mean? Lu Xueran replied. My father is the chief of police in Keliang City. Over the years, there have been multiple disappearances, all linked to the Weapon Master tournament sponsored by Untitled Tower. The top contestants. They just vanish without a trace. Lin Fang raised an eyebrow. Vanish? Haha, don't tell me. They're being used for human experiments or something? Lu Xueran nodded grimly. That's exactly what I suspect. The cargo our squad transported yesterday. It was that humanoid aberrant. Didn't Zhou Mingyue say he tried to bind with it? Lin Fang's expression darkened. I see. If the binding succeeds, you gain immense power, but if it fails, you get devoured by the aberrant, just like Zhou Mingyue. His hands clenched into fists as a painful thought crossed his mind. Damn it, Dad. You've been gone for 8 years. Have you been helping Untitled Tower create these monstrosities all this time? Out loud, he said, I have to investigate this. Lu Xueran nodded. Coincidentally, the Weapon Master tournament sponsored by Untitled Tower begins tomorrow. If we enter and place high, we might uncover the truth. But it could be dangerous for you. Suddenly, a girl with bright yellow hair stormed over, scoffing. Ugh, you commoners are so annoying. She was Zhao Kursen, the daughter of Zhao Chunxing, the CEO of Untitled Tower. Holding up a paper, she declared loudly. Listen up. This year's Weapon Master tournament, sponsored by my father's company, offers 300,000 credits to the winner, and the title of my personally chosen binding Weapon Master. The class went into an uproar. One student exclaimed, the Weapon Master tournament's been running for 3 years now, and every top-ranked contestant has been a battle-hardened warrior. Another added nervously, we're just students, and I've heard rumors. Has anyone ever seen the past winners again? A third muttered smugly, that's just because losers like you weren't good enough. Zhao Kursen snapped, stop bothering me. She rolled her eyes and thought to herself, seriously, you boys are all the same. Always talking about proving yourselves, working hard for me. But the moment a real challenge appears, you start cowering. Where is my brave, wise, fearless knight? Just then, Lin Fang slammed his hand on his desk and stood up. Fine. I'll enter the Weapon Master tournament. Zhao Kursen's eyes widened. Clutching her chest dramatically, she gasped. What was that about commoners? Are you saying you're entering to prove yourself to me? Then she blushed, thinking, oh my God, finally! The knight I've been waiting for is here. Lin Fang turned back to her and said bluntly, and he's even handsome, what? Prove myself? Lu Xueran cut in dryly. You've got it all wrong. Before Lin Fang could say more, she quickly covered his mouth and whispered, we're entering the tournament too, MMPH. Lin Fang pushed her hand away and cleared his throat. Ahem. Didn't they say the champion gets 300,000 credits? Zhao Kursen, clearly irritated, snapped. I'm just here for the money. Ugh. You. Champion? She turned away, fuming. How embarrassing. Lin Fang smirked. Dream on. Students began murmuring excitedly. Wait. Lin Fang? Didn't his potential score skyrocket yesterday? He might even surpass Miss Zhao. Talent is one thing, but strength is another. You can't mix them up. Zhao Kersen crossed her arms and said smugly, "What are you talking about? Let's have a match. I'll reluctantly assess your so-called strength." Lu Xueran added with a sly smile, "Let's see if you even stand a chance of placing in the tournament." Zhao Kersen thought to herself, fuming inside. This arrogant commoner has an SSS-level talent? My dad always said people like that are the elite of the elite, but I don't buy it. I'll teach this guy who dares to ignore me a lesson. They soon arrive at a football field, ready to battle. Standing beside Zhao Kersen is her imposing bodyguard. Lin Fang raises an eyebrow and asks, "Is this guy your bonded beast master?" Zhao Kersen replies proudly, "Yes. My bodyguard, a Tai, is a high-level beast master. He used to serve on the front lines in the special forces. He's nothing like you, a student who's never even seen real combat." Zhao Kersen and her bodyguard bind together. A glowing suit of armor materializes and covers the bodyguard's body, enhancing his strength and defense. Lu Xueran and Lin Fang begin preparing their own bonding. Lin Fang cracks his knuckles and smirks. "Let's see if you can stand up to him." A Tai charges first, moving with brutal speed. Lin Fang blocks the attack, but it takes effort. He's clearly struggling. Zhao Kersen calls out mockingly, "Can't take it, can you? When it comes to strength, you're no match for a Tai. And in terms of defense, how does your little bike transformation compare to his armor?" Lin Fang grits his teeth, then suddenly activates Phantom Shift. His figure flickers, vanishing in a blur. In the next instant, he reappears behind a Tai and launches a surprise strike. But even from behind, a Tai's armor absorbs the blow. His defense is overwhelming. Zhao Kersen smirks confidently. "I have every right to be arrogant." A Tai growls, "If you've got the guts, stop dodging, commoner." Lin Fang ignores the taunt. He transforms Lu Xueran into her vehicle form, a sleek, high-speed bike. Jumping onto it, he says, "If I can't hurt you, then I'll just knock you out of the ring." Zhao Kersen laughs. "You want to knock me out? Let's see who gets thrown first." The two sides charge at each other with full force. But instead of a head-on clash, Lin Fang makes a sudden turn, circling around. He maneuvers behind a Tai, surprising him. He strikes from behind and yells, "Idiot! You thought I'd fight you head-on?" A Tai realizes too late. He can't dodge. Lin Fang's attack lands cleanly, and with one final push, he sends the Tai flying out of the ring. Pointing at the stunned bodyguard, Lin Fang says coldly, "Get out." Zhao Kersen and her bodyguard have been defeated. She glares at Lin Fang. "You cheated. That wasn't a fair fight." Lin Fang shrugs. "A deal's a deal. We're leaving, Lu Xueran." Lu Xueran smiles and adds, "Armor gives you great defense. But vehicle mode? It gives unmatched mobility. I wasn't planning to fight head-on anyway." Zhao Kersen hesitates, then finally mutters, "Wait. Since you beat me, I'll reluctantly help you out. Let's join the Beast Master tournament. Together!" Zhao Kersen recalled her father's words. Beast Masters bound to a weapon can drastically improve their battle prowess. They level up fast, and can even unlock hidden abilities. She stared at Lin Fang and Lu Xueran, a little stunned. My dad was right. These two upgraded and unlocked teleportation in just a single day. An SSS-level Beastmaster like Lin Fang. They're incredibly rare. Not only is his personal ability exceptional, but he even developed a battle form for his vehicle already. The speed of his upgrades, and the unlocking of hidden functions, is insane. She crossed her arms smugly. How about it? I'm being generous here, helping you win the championship. You should be grateful. We need to make sure Lin Fang wins, and becomes my binding partner, naturally. She then thought slyly. But of course, if he wants to bind with me, he'll have to wait in line behind me. Lin Fang turned and looked at her, grinning. I'm taking a risk, after all. A 955 rated talent beast master is rare. So having multiple binding partners? Not a big deal. Zhao Kursen's smile dropped. She blinked. What? You want me behind Lu Xueran? She pouted and grumbled. Fine, I'll reluctantly agree to that. But wait, you mean not just behind Lu Xueran, there's someone else? Lin Fang raised an eyebrow. What? Another person? Zhao Kursen groaned, frustrated. You want me to be third? Ugh, what a loss. The goods are being sent to Sky Tower, and yet I'm giving Lin Fang half of the 2 million in hand. Scene shift. Elsewhere, Captain and Meng Zi were in discussion. Captain sighed. The situation forces my hand. Meng Zi responded confidently. But I believe Lin Fang brings value worth far more than just 1 million. Captain nodded slowly. The Beast Master competition. Just then, Lin Fang arrived, with Lu Xueran and Zhao Kursen beside him. The captain looked unimpressed. We adults are busy making money. Who has time for some kids' competition? Meng Zi smirked, pointing behind Lin Fang. And who's that blonde lady trailing you? Zhao Kursen huffed, hands on her hips. Humph. Won't even join for a $10,000 prize? Besides, the venue is the Gladiator Arena. My dad invested in it. You can bet on your own fighters from the outside and earn extra cash. All depends on how much you've got. Captain's eyes widened. What? Just 10,000? You do realize our usual commissions are in the millions. Wait, betting? At a financial market? Meng Zi gave a mischievous wink. Didn't I tell you? It's Lin Fang's time to make money for us. Zhao Kursen grinned. She's right. The tournament includes an official betting system. It brings in revenue and pumps up the crowd. Sure, most people lose, but if you bet on me and Lin Fang, you'll win big. Lin Fang looked confused. Wait, what do you mean by it's time to make money? Meng Zi hugged Lin Fang proudly. Great job, boy. I knew you'd become our team's money god. Lin Fang blushed and scratched his head. So, does that mean you're in? Meng Zi gave a fierce nod. Of course. But we're not just here to participate. We're going to win it all. Captain? The captain, now fired up, pulled out a deck of entry cards. Narrator voice. The preliminary round of the Beast Master competition is a monster ring match. Each match features a monster as the host, and players draw lots to determine their challenge order. The earlier your turn, the stronger the monster, and the harder the challenge. Later turns are easier, but come with lower rewards, Meng Zi added excitedly. I also heard about the betting odds. The earlier your ranking, the higher your reward. At best, the odds go up to 10-1. That means, bet 1 million, and you could win 10. She gave a wink. Being too conservative is just a waste. Betting on someone below 20th place? Might as well throw your money away. Captain announced loudly. Let's give a hand to challenger number 31, making it to the finals. Someone in the crowd groaned. What's going on? Betting on people outside the top 20 barely gives us any payout, another shouted. Over 30 places and they expect success? Crowd began chanting angrily. Scam! Scam! Refund! Refund! Suddenly, a tournament official stepped forward. The next round is about to begin. Please draw your lots to determine the challenge order. As Lin Fang reached into the box and pulled out a token, he blinked. Number 1. He would be the first to enter the arena. He smiled, excited, until... Heh, how interesting! A mocking voice rang out. His ex-girlfriend stepped forward, Mingyu walking beside her. She laughed loudly. Ha ha! Lin Fang, you're really getting your moment, huh? I thought drawing number 5 was bad, but look at you, going in first. Mingyu stepped up and grinned. Don't worry. Since you saved my life, I'll make sure to avenge you. His ex added slyly. We'll let you weaken the beast first. That way, we can finish it off with ease. Lin Fang turned slightly, glancing at the two, but said nothing. The announcer's voice boomed across the arena. Now entering the battlefield, the number 1 challenger, Beast Master Lin Fang, accompanied by his binding partners, Lu Xueran, Meng Zi, and Zhao Kersen. The crowd roared as Lin Fang stepped into the arena. A massive, fire-level beast stood before them, its scales glistening like molten rock. The audience buzzed with excitement. Get on with it. Start the battle. But amidst the crowd, one man scoffed. First place is just cannon fodder anyway. No one's betting on him. Another man shouted. I'm putting everything on number 20. 1-to-1 odds. I'll turn my bicycle into a motorcycle. Lin Fang's ex laughed cruelly. Ha ha! Lin Fang, you brat. Look at you acting all tough. You can be the warm-up act, drain the beast's energy, and I'll land the final blow. Forget your old love the moment a new one comes along? You deserve this. Meanwhile, the captain stood to the side, worried. Why did he have to draw number 1? These arena beasts are all fire-level threats. They're not something a single person, or even a small team, can take down easily. Lin Fang bet $1 million on himself. I couldn't stop him, but still. He frowned, thinking to himself. Sorry, kid. I've split my bets across the later challengers. Not because I don't believe in you, but with your current semi-elite strength, the best you'll do is injure the beast so someone else can finish the job. Lin Fang turned to Meng Zi and said calmly, Don't worry. The team leader plays fair. Your 1 million is placed on our win. Meng Zi narrowed her eyes. You sure? I feel like he secretly bet against me. The beast locked eyes with them and roared, stepping forward to attack. Lin Fang immediately called out. Everyone, stay sharp. Focus on the fight. The group prepared to bind. As chains of energy wrapped around the 3 girls, the beast lunged. But just in time, Lin Fang completed the binding and launched into motion. He charged behind the monster, aiming for a surprise strike. He leapt. But when he hit the beast, the attack barely scratched it. Its defense was overwhelming. The beast snarled and swung its massive tail. Lin Fang barely dodged, landing hard on the ground. Zhao Kersen rushed over and called out. Are you okay? My armor can still take another hit. Lin Fang grinned slightly. I'm fine. Good thing I bound with you earlier. If I hadn't, I wouldn't have survived that strike. Zhao Kersen huffed, blushing faintly. Humph. Just because you flatter me doesn't mean I'll agree to bind with you permanently. Lu Xueran shouted from behind. Lin Fang! What do we do? Our attacks can't even pierce this thing's crocodile-scale hide. Lin Fang narrowed his eyes. I made a miscalculation earlier. The beast's weak point must be inside its mouth. That's where the armor's the thinnest. Meng Zi gasped. Are you serious? You're actually going to do that? The crowd began to jeer. Just give it up. It's a fire-level beast. You need an entire team to bring it down. Cannon fodder should just get out already. The monster roared again and charged. But this time, Lin Fang was ready. He jumped onto the vehicle form and sped straight toward the beast, dodging its claws. The monster opened its jaws wide. And Lin Fang struck. A flash of light, an explosive surge of energy. And the monster collapsed with a thunderous crash. The entire arena fell into stunned silence. Then, the announcer shouted in disbelief. The fire-level beast has been defeated by Lin Fang. 10 times. 10 times the odds. Did anyone place a bet on this? Announcer. The winner, Lin Fang. First place and straight into the finals. The crowd is stunned. Gasps erupt everywhere. Crowd member 1. Are you kidding me? Over 30 people before him couldn't even scratch that beast. And he takes it down the moment he steps into the arena? Crowd member 2. A 10-to-1 payout. Damn it, I should have bet on him. Captain, shocked. No, that's impossible. Even an elite squad can't handle a fire-level mutant beast. And his power, 2,750? He stares at his screen in disbelief. Captain. Last time, Lin Fang's power level was only linked to a studenter vehicle. But now he's bound to 2 students, including our own Meng Zi. This combat strength. It's almost on par with a battle general. If it gets any higher, he could be sent straight to the front lines. Just then, Mengzi stumbles slightly, clutching her chest as if sensing something within. Lin Fang noticing. What's wrong? Mengzi, surprised. I think I just leveled up. And a new skill's been unlocked. I'll check it after the competition. Zhao Kursen, astonished. Is this what it's like upgrading with an SSS level talent? I wonder. Could I level up too after this tournament? Meanwhile, in the stands, an older man clenches his fists. It's Zhao Kursen's father, his expression twisted with anger. Zhao's father, growling. That girl, always turning her back on her family, just like her mother. At this rate, she'll ruin everything. He pulls out his phone, furious. Zhao's father, on phone. Hello, event committee? I want that spirit master my daughter is bound to, Lin Fang, removed immediately. I don't care how you do it, just get rid of him. My daughter will not be dragged into this project any further. Meanwhile, Mengzi storms over to the captain, absolutely furious. Mengzi, snapping. I told you to bet on Lin Fang. 1 million would have turned into 10 million. But you bet separately? 30,000 on others. Sure, you won 300,000. But we lost 970,000 in total. A net loss of 70,000. Captain holding his head. Ugh. I'm already crushed from the loss, Mengzi. Stop rubbing salt in the wound. We're doomed. We won't even have enough to pay the squad's wages. Lin Fang, grinning. Well then. How about next time, I bet everything and we split the winnings 50-50. Captain perking up instantly. What did I tell you? Lin Fang is our fourth team's lucky star. Don't worry. Next round, no matter what, we're going all in on you. Mengzi, grumbling. Hey. I was the one who suggested that. Suddenly the announcer's voice booms through the arena. Announcer urgent. Emergency notice. As per the committee's decision, the finals rules have changed. First place will now directly take the title of champion, and the rest will challenge in order of their rankings. The captain is stunned again. Captain yelling. What? A wheel battle. With Lin Fang? I just placed all my bets. But the crowd erupts in rage, even more furious than the captain. Crowd shouting. You changed the rules just because we bet on Lin Fang? This is shady. There's something going on. We want a refund. Amidst the chaos, Lin Fang takes a deep breath and steps back into the arena. Lin Fang calmly. Well then. How's everyone feeling? Confident? Announcer. Lin Fang, the first place champion, please come up to the stage, along with his binding partners, Lu Xueran, Mengzi, and Zhao Kursen. The announcer shouted. Challenger number 20, Li Xiang, please come forward. My duo, hua shi die, step onto the stage for the challenge. One by one, the girls around Li Xiang transformed, each of them turning into pieces of metal armor that covered his body entirely. As his body was encased in this living armor, Li Xiang smirked and said, Only 3 bonded partners? Looks like you're not all that impressive after all, just lucky. Let me show you what it really means to be a man. Behind him, his girls stood cheering wildly, calling out his name in excitement. Lin Fang stepped forward calmly, eyeing his opponent, and said with a grin, Having more girls really does make a difference. You even brought your own cheerleaders, huh? Li Xiang scoffed. You still don't get it, do you? The fact that I can bring 5 girls into battle means I've earned the power to bond with all of them. I've pushed the S-Rank summoner talent to its absolute limit. You might not know this yet, but different summoner talents determine how many female weapon partners you can bond with. And I, already ranked so high at such a young age, reached the 5-partner limit early. When someone more talented than you also works harder, what chance do you really have against me? Lin Fang's expression didn't change. Too bad for you. When it comes to battle, quality matters more than quantity. At that moment, Mengzi, now leveled up and transformed into an upgraded sword, smiled confidently and declared, I don't need a cheerleading squad to prove my worth. Li Xiang narrowed his eyes, preparing to attack. I was going easy on you so you wouldn't get overwhelmed. But now, you're just a stepping stone for me to shine. Lin Fang smirked. Let's see who's the real stepping stone. Both of them launched forward on their bikes, colliding in a fierce clash. But right away, Li Xiang's weapon was overpowered. One of his bonded partners, now in weapon form, was damaged and let out a pained sound. Li Xiang was stunned. What? How did this happen? He turned to his weapon girl. You're useless. What kind of trash-quality weapon partner are you? Meanwhile, Lin Fang gently patted his great sword and said with pride, Don't blame yourself. My weapon here, she used to be the vice-captain of a mercenary squad. You're not the first to be outclassed. Mengzi giggled, her voice playful. Heh. Thanks for the compliment, Lin Fang boy so? Should we try that move? Furious, Li Xiang tossed aside his injured weapon girl like garbage. Useless. Then, he bonded with two other girls on the spot, forming a massive machine gun. Time to get serious. Didn't expect this, did you? I've got firearms. He unleashed a rain of bullets at Lin Fang. But Lin Fang, still riding his bike, dodged every shot effortlessly, zigzagging through the hail of gunfire. In a flash, he was behind Li Xiang, striking hard. Li Xiang barely managed to throw up a metal shield in time to block the attack. But it wasn't enough. Mengzi had fully leveled up, her strength rising dramatically. Lin Fang charged forward, unleashing his devastating Crimson Flash technique. Li Xiang struggled to defend, but the sheer power overwhelmed him. With a massive explosion, the battle ended. Li Xiang was sent flying, defeated. The announcer's voice rang out loud and clear. Victory goes to Lin Fang! The crowd erupted into cheers. Spectators stood up, shouting Lin Fang's name in celebration. But among them was one man. Glaring at the stage, his fists clenched tightly. He wasn't cheering. He was boiling with fury. His eyes locked onto Lin Fang with murderous intent. The man stares forward in disbelief and mutters, No. Impossible. My talent, my hard work. But Lu Xueran steps up and says confidently, You're facing an SSS-Rank summoner. When it comes to talent, you can't even begin to compare to Lin Fang. Mengzi laughs and teases. Little boy, you must have too many girls chasing after you. It's made you delusional about your own abilities. S-Rank is merely the starting point for true geniuses. The man shouts back. So what? I've already pushed my bonding limit to the peak of my talent, and someone as outstanding as me, countless girls are begging to bond with me. That's true strength. Then Zhao Kersen joins in sharply. Do you really think having more bonded partners makes you stronger? Female weapon partners also have quality rankings, A, B, C, D, E, F. The higher the quality, the stronger the rejection effect. Bonding with multiple high-tier weapons takes true summoner skill. I could tell from the moment we clashed, your best partner is no more than B rank. The man growls. Then what about yours? You. How do you know that? Zhao Kersen answers without hesitation. S-rank armor-type weapon partner. Lu Xueran steps forward and declares. SS-rank vehicle-type weapon partner. Thanks to Lin Fang's SSS-rank talent, I was able to awaken into my combat form. Mengzi adds with a smirk. S-rank weapon-type partner. If I were as undiscerning as you. The man is stunned and yells. There would be a line of guys begging to bond with me stretching beyond the city. The announcer's voice cuts in. Lin Fang has successfully defended the arena again. The audience erupts in cheers. Yeah! Just like that, take them all down. The rest of the challengers are only going to get weaker. But not everyone is happy with Lin Fang's victory. One man clenches his teeth and mutters, Damn it. If Lin Fang wins, my casino's going to take a huge hit. Suddenly, a voice interrupts. I have a way to stop Lin Fang from taking the championship. But you'll have to let me add someone to the competition. The others turn to look. Whoa! Isn't that Chairman Zhao? We've been waiting for you to save us. One of them whispers. Male summoners have a fixed number of partner slots, but there's still room for manipulation with female weapon partners. Chairman Zhao gives a cold signal to someone and mutters with a smirk. Lin Fang, you're not taking my daughter and ruining all my plans. A dangerous-looking beast girl steps forward. But Lin Fang quickly wins his next match again with ease. Lin Fang successfully defends the arena again. The announcer shouts. Only 2 challengers remain before the championship title is his. Lin Fang is breathing heavily, exhausted from the string of fights. Mengzi walks up to him and asks, "Are you okay?" Lu Xiaoran comments with concern. "Even if the challengers are getting weaker, you've been fighting nonstop for too long." Zhao Kersen adds, "I'm fine. I just leveled up, watch me in a bit." The announcer's voice booms again. "Let's welcome the next challenger." Lin Fang gets ready. 2 challengers step into the arena, but his eyes focus on one particular girl. He freezes, shocked. A strange energy pulses from the beast girl's body. Lin Fang narrows his eyes and says, "This female weapon partner. Something's off." The announcer signals, "Battle start." Lin Fang charges forward. He wants to end this fast. He opens with his signature Crimson Flash charge. But the man blocks it with ease and scoffs. "You think it'll be that easy?" Lin Fang is stunned. "She caught it?" The opponent grins darkly and says, "I've already transcended." With a sudden, brutal move, he strikes Lin Fang hard with his leg, knocking him back violently. Lin Fang was sent skidding across the ground, but he quickly stabilized himself, gritting his teeth. He said, "His physical power has increased drastically. Even through my armor, I could feel how heavy that kick was." Zhao Kersen nodded, her expression serious. "I felt it too." Lu Xiaoran narrowed her eyes. "That girl he just bonded with, she seems familiar." Lin Fang, now slightly wounded, muttered, "What is this strange feeling? The wild aura coming from that female weapon partner. It's oddly familiar." Suddenly, the beast-like man launched a surprise attack from behind. Lin Fang sensed the danger just in time and dodged swiftly, widening the distance between them. Lu Xiaoran shouted, "His speed is insane. I'm barely able to track him. But he's just a claw-type weapon, so how is he this strong? His speed rivals that of a vehicle type." Lin Fang narrowed his eyes. "The real issue must be that female weapon partner. I need to stall and observe more." The beastly man continued chasing Lin Fang relentlessly. But mid-chase, the man suddenly reacted with irritation and yelled, "Is running away all you're good for, Lin Fang?" His aura exploded around him, growing more savage and intense. He prepared to launch a devastating attack. Lin Fang, alarmed, thought, "What's he doing? Why does it look like he's losing control of his movements?" Mengzi called out, "If the opponent's going berserk, predicting his moves becomes easier. Isn't this your chance, kid?" Taking her advice, Lin Fang dashed forward with a sharp glint in his eyes. His desire to attack is overwhelming. He's fighting purely on instinct, then I'll use that against him. But to Lin Fang's surprise, the beast man smirked with a crazed look. "I've been waiting for you to make a move, Lin Fang. Finally!" Yet in that very instant, Lin Fang struck with precision, severing both of the beast man's arms in a single, clean blow. The crowd erupted. Lin Fang had won again. Tears welled up in the eyes of the captain, who cheered loudly. "Phew! Lin Fang, looks like trusting you wasn't a mistake after all." But Lin Fang's expression shifted. He stared at the downed enemy and said cautiously, "Wait, why hasn't he unbound yet?" Suddenly the man, severely injured, bleeding from his mouth, stood back up. A strange, ominous energy began to surge around him. The captain's face twisted in disbelief. "What the hell? He's still standing? Let me check his combat level." As the captain scanned him, a warning popped up on his system screen. "Warning! Warning! Target is non-human. Combat strength unknown. Switching to beast disaster classification." The man's body continued mutating, his features twisting into a monstrous form. Lin Fang's eyes widened. "I remember now. That girl, she's just like that humanoid spider beast from our last mission." He clenched his fists. He's already transformed into a half-human, half-beast monster. A storm wolf-class threat. Mountain-level disaster. The moment the terrifying wolf-beast appeared, the crowd was stunned. One man gasped. The defeated contestant turned into a beast? How is that even possible? Another added. And it's a mountain-level beast? A third shouted in panic. This is bad. If it loses control, the spectators will be in serious danger. High above, the chairman watched it all unfold with a calm smile, sipping his wine. Looks like that guy won't escape the beast's backlash either. Oh well, as long as Lin Fang is eliminated, it works out perfectly for me. On the battlefield, the wolf beast let out a thunderous roar. From its mouth, a powerful shockwave burst forward, an attack that Lin Fang struggled to block. Mengzi shouted. This kind of attack. The Emperor's Guard won't activate. The wolf beast lunged toward Lin Fang with blinding speed. By the time it reached him, Lin Fang was on his knees, panting heavily. I've been fighting for too long. I'm out of stamina, he muttered. The beast prepared a vicious strike. Lin Fang could see it coming, yet his body wouldn't move. Suddenly, a massive explosion shook the arena. Damn it! Someone in the crowd shouted. I lost everything. These officials, how did a beast sneak into the competition? Is this some kind of scam? The captain looked on anxiously. Lin Fang emerged from the smoke, alive, saved just in time by Lu Xiaoran. But the wolf beast wasn't done. It charged again, even faster than before. It's even quicker now, Lin Fang said, alarmed. Lu Xiaoran responded. I'll use a skill to shake it off. With her help, Lin Fang narrowly evaded another onslaught. But the wolf beast remained relentless. Its claws slashed forward, forcing Lu Xiaoran to drop out of her super bike form. Lin Fang crashed to his knees again. Huff! So this is the pressure of a mountain-level beast? The captain sensed something strange. Then he saw it. Lin Fang's power was rising rapidly, surging beyond comprehension. Even Lin Fang was confused. My body. It's moving on its own. Then Zhao Kersen called out. I told you, I leveled up. This is my new awakened skill, power armor. I can control your movements. Lin Fang's eyes narrowed. He stood tall, determination burning in them. Now's our chance, Mengzi, Zhao Kersen, life or death strike. He lunged forward and slashed the beast's arm clean off. The wolf beast howled in agony. Lin Fang jumped back onto the superbike, cursing. Damn it. Since I wasn't the one directly attacking, I was a bit too slow to finish it off. Zhao Kersen snapped. Hey! Are you blaming me for being slow? Lu Xiaoran stepped in. Now's not the time to argue. We need a better plan. The wolf beast roared again and resumed its pursuit. Lin Fang glanced back. Power armor, huh? I have an idea, but I'll need your full cooperation. Lu Xiaoran, get ready. Got it, she replied instantly. The crowd, watching in awe, murmured. I was ready to give up. A mountain-level beast. Even the military struggles to defeat those. But he's still fighting. The captain leaned forward, eyes fixed on Lin Fang. He believed in him, but he was also worried about the money he had bet. The chairman smirked. To think you'd last this long. You're more impressive than I thought. On the battlefield, Lin Fang blasted around the wolf beast with calculated explosions. It figured out direct attacks weren't working. So now it's using ranged ones. That's exactly what we need. Stick to the plan. If no one else will move, then I will. He accelerated toward the beast. The wolf beast charged its storm cannon, ready to obliterate him. But Lin Fang was faster. He leapt from his bike, sword drawn, closing in before the beast could release its attack. The wolf beast, panting heavily, tried one last desperate strike with its claws, convinced it had split Lin Fang in two. But it was an illusion. Lin Fang had slipped behind it. Slash! A devastating strike landed square on the wolf beast's face, sending it flying through the air. The announcer's voice trembled with disbelief. It's down. Lin Fang has defeated a mountain-level beast. with just 3 female artifact masters. The crowd erupted in wild cheers. No one could believe what they just witnessed. Even the captain was stunned, then smiled in admiration. He used his newly awakened Elito armor as a decoy, and snuck in a surprise attack. That's not just strength, that's strategy worthy of an elite captain. Lin Fang collapsed into the arena, breathing heavily. Finally. It's over. Zhao Kersen and Lu Xueran returned to human form and rushed to his side. Zhao Kersen was the first to speak. But seriously, who the hell let a beast into this tournament? Lu Xueran answered. It must have been a mutation, from a previous humanoid beast rebelling against its artifact master. Still sitting, Lin Fang muttered. Humph. If you want answers, go ask your father. What? Lu Xueran's eyes widened. My dad? Then the announcer's voice boomed again. Everyone stay calm. There is still one last challenger. Now let's welcome Lin Fang. Lin Fang blinked. Crap. I completely forgot there's still one more. The crowd panicked. Wait, there's still another fight? Lin Fang just took down a mountain-level beast. He's got nothing left. What kind of insane tournament is this? Even if they sent a dog out now, they'd win by default. The captain muttered. Let's just hope it's not some weirdo. The announcer continued. Now, let's welcome S-Rank Artifact Master Zhou Mingyu and A-Rank Artifact Master Liang Ro. From the other side, Lin Fang's ex-girlfriend smirked. Guess I'll take the easy win. Zhou Mingyu laughed coldly. Lin Fang. Looks like it's your turn to suffer. Lin Fang looked up at them and muttered one thing. Oh. It's him. Mingyu stepped forward, extending his hand and forming a binding with Lin Fang's ex-girlfriend. As he prepared to launch an attack, he declared confidently. I finally found your moment of weakness, Lin Fang. The championship is mine. Meanwhile, a man in the crowd exclaimed. Great! Heaven is truly blessing me. I won't go bankrupt after all. Another audience member shouted. Wow, I totally forgot there was another contestant. A third grumbled. After all that effort defeating the mountain-level beast, am I supposed to let this kid walk away with the win? Even the captain frowned and said, Humph. A student-level fighter with only 800 combat power dares to take advantage of Lin Fang's situation? Lin Fang let out a deep breath. Then, activating his new skill, he broke free from his own binding and transferred the bond to 2 girls alongside Zhao Kersen. He calmly said, I'm handing him over to you 3. Zhao Kersen smirked and responded. Do you even know that Lin Fang now has a top captain-level combat power of 2,930? Without hesitation, she engaged Mingyu in battle and within just the second attack, easily defeated him. She looked down at him and said coldly, Don't overestimate yourself when you can't even compare to a fraction of our strength. Mingyu collapsed to the ground, shocked. He didn't even need to do it himself. After his defeat, the 3 girls returned to their human forms. Lu Xueran looked at Mingyu with disdain and said, You still haven't grown at all. Mengzi added, Getting this far with sheer luck is already impressive, but you can't win the championship on luck alone, boy. Lin Fang stood tall and asked, How about it, Zhou Mingyu? Liang Ro? Do you admit defeat? Mingyu gritted his teeth and replied, I admit defeat. The announcer echoed loudly. The challenger admits defeat. I officially announce the champion of this competition, Lin Fang. The crowd erupted in cheers, overwhelmed with joy. Many had placed bets on Lin Fang and were now swimming in riches. Tears of joy filled the eyes of the spectators. Even the captain choked up, crying, Lin Fang. Mengzi. You really lived up to expectations. Woo woo woo. But in contrast, some people in the audience were in complete shock. One man slumped to his knees, despairing. It's over. I've lost everything this time. Another cursed. Whose young master is this? Giving up without even a fight? Chairman Zhao's expression darkened with fury. He muttered, Lin Fang, maybe you can complete my experiment. The announcer regained control and announced, Let's give a thunderous applause to tonight's champion, Lin Fang. The runner-up, Zhou Mingyu. Third place, Shang Bo. They will each receive grand prizes of 400,000, 200,000, and 100,000 respectively. The audience rejoiced even more. Finally, we won back some money from this casino. Lin Fang is amazing. However, Lin Fang looked at the prize money and sighed. Such a small reward, nowhere near the 10 million I won from betting on myself. Later, inside the captain's office, stacks of cash were laid out on the table. Lin Fang, grinning, asked, "So, Captain? You bet everything on me this time, didn't you?" The captain laughed heartily. "Don't worry. We won back both the principal and interest. It's 100 million, we can retire." Mengzi teased. "That's Lin Fang's retirement fund, not ours, yet." Lin Fang stared at the stacks of bills, drooling. "There's actually 100 million? I'm going on a wild shopping spree." Just then, a stranger approached and said, "Little brother, the award certificate is backstage. If it's convenient, I'll take you to get it." Lin Fang raised a brow. "Oh? The organizer?" The man nodded. "Space is limited inside. Just let the contestant come." Lin Fang thought to himself. So, the case of the disappearing winners is about to be revealed. Inside another room, Lin Fang entered and saw two others. He asked, "Li Xiang, you're not the third-place winner. Why were you called here?" Li Xiang sighed. "I was just unlucky. I may not be as strong as you, but in terms of talent and effort, am I really worse than Zhou Mingyu?" Mingyu snapped. "What did you just say? How am I inferior to you?" Lin Fang scoffed. "Two idiots who can't even protect themselves, yet still argue." Suddenly, smoke filled the room. All three began to cough. Mingyu clutched his nose and said, "Something's wrong. This smell." Lin Fang's eyes widened. "Not good. It's poison gas." He collapsed to the floor. As his vision blurred, he muttered, "I suspected something. But I didn't expect poison." Before he passed out, he barely saw figures entering the room. They spoke urgently. "Hurry! Especially Lin Fang, he's extremely important for our research." Some time later, Lin Fang opened his eyes inside a transparent tube. "How long was I out?" Nearby, Li Xiang was screaming inside another tube. They were inside a massive research facility, with rows of people in containment pods. Mingyu, looking around, gasped in disbelief. "Where are we?" Before they could react, strange humanoid creatures appeared. Li Xiang shouted, "Are you human? Or ghosts?" One monster replied, "I am someone who can make you stronger. But only if fate allows. Binding successful. Continuous observation. Sending me a binding target?" Suddenly, Li Xiang began transforming, turning into one of them. He broke out of his pod screaming, "I can feel the power! Ugh! It hurts!" Mingyu, however, was in unbearable pain, crying for help, until something horrifying tore through his body from within. A grotesque creature emerged. Binding failed. Host devoured. As expected. All part of human experimentation. Lin Fang watched in shock. Then Mingyu began mutating too, one monster said gleefully. "You escaped last time. This time, I'll absorb you completely. He's the one we captured alive before. You're next." A monster girl appeared and sneered. "So you're the little brother who caught me? Today I'll eat you too." Lin Fang narrowed his eyes. "So it really is here. But the signal's blocked in this place." Outside a tall building, the captain and the three girls stood. Mengzi said, "You actually put a tracker on Lin Fang?" "Wait, this is my dad's company," Zhao Kersen asked. "Are you Lin Fang's friends?" Just then, a man approached. "Come quickly, I'll take you inside." "Uncle, you are." "No time to explain. I'm Lin Fang's father, and a project researcher for the Tongtian Tower beast binding experiment." "Beast binding?" Zhao Kersen echoed. "It's a military commission project," she explained. A dangerous experiment created to increase the combat power of low-level artifact masters. Lin Fang's father nodded. It's always been conducted in secret. But now that my own son is involved, I couldn't bear it any longer. We have to move quickly or we'll be too late, Lu Xiuran accused. So you've been helping the evildoers all this time, and only repent when it affects your own child. Even if it's confidential, the military has given its silent approval. Lin Fang's father responded. Now isn't the time to argue. We must save him. Meanwhile, inside, a monster began binding with Lin Fang. His father's voice echoed in his mind. If the binding fails, the artifact master will be completely overtaken by the beast, and will lose their will, turning into a monster. Lin Fang's eyes darkened as he whispered. So that's how it is. Just then, Lin Fang's consciousness was pulled inward, and he found himself standing within the realm of his own mind. He looked around, stunned by the vast sea of thought and memory. Suddenly, the monster girl appeared behind him, no longer in human form, but as a full-blown beast. She hissed, "This is my consciousness now too. Once I devour your mind, everything you have, your power, your memories, will belong to me." She lunged at him, but in that moment, Lin Fang's weapon appeared in his hand. He struck her in the face, sending the monster flying backward. Without hesitating, he transformed his weapon into a sleek, phantom-like motorcycle and said, "Is this the phantom motorcycle, forged from the sea of my consciousness? Good, with this I'm not afraid anymore." The monster growled, wiping blood from her lips. "Damn it! I acted too late." He managed to retrieve a bound memory. "But it's not over. The remaining two are mine." Lin Fang narrowed his eyes. "This is my first time fighting an exotic beast inside my own consciousness." I was caught off guard. Suddenly, the monster shifted into the form of a seductive girl and taunted him. He, give it up, kid. You can't win." Lin Fang stepped forward, raising his weapon. "We won't know until I try." She struck first, but Lin Fang dodged, spinning behind her and slamming the motorcycle's wheel into her back. He grabbed her sword and launched another strike. But she smirked and used a spatial trick. Lin Fang's motorcycle was instantly trapped in a strange ripple in space. "What?" Lin Fang gasped. "Spatial teleportation? When did she gain that ability?" He quickly jumped off the bike just in time. Half of the motorcycle vanished into the ripple and reappeared near the monster girl. She laughed. "I'll take this half first." Lin Fang held on to the remaining half. So what? You snatched it, but do you even know how to use it?" Before he could react, she appeared behind him and drove her hand into his chest. Her voice turned cold and smug. "Why wouldn't I know? After devouring so many artifact masters, I've evolved into a mountain-grade exotic beast and gained spatial powers. Blink? I learned it just by watching you use it once." But Lin Fang only grinned, unfazed by the attack. "Heh, and that's exactly why I said, you don't know how to use it." The monster was taken aback. Suddenly, Lin Fang's body began glowing with a blinding light. She shielded her eyes, unable to see. Lin Fang's voice echoed through the light. "You didn't know about this move, did you? Phantom clone!" The girl struggled to see through the radiance, her voice trembling with rage. "You damn brat, you cheated!" In that moment, Lin Fang appeared behind her. Sword in hand, he roared. "If you want to blame someone, blame your own slow growth." With a single, precise slash, he cut off the monster girl's head. Then, he completed the binding with her soul, absorbing her power. Eyes wide in disbelief, Lin Fang gasped. "This is the effect of exotic beast binding? But how do I unbind it?" Somewhere else, hidden surveillance cameras observed Lin Fang. But just as he turned, the bound monster girl reappeared behind him. She whispered, her voice cold and final. "It can't be unbound." A strange sensation washed over Lin Fang. His mind reeled as if something inside him was mutating. She grinned, her voice laced with madness. "Ours was a combat binding forged in a life-or-death struggle. There's only devouring, or being devoured. Even if I can't control your consciousness, I'll turn you into a monster. Lin Fang screamed in pain as his body began to transform. A second pair of eyes opened on his forehead. Spider-like legs emerged from his back, twisting and twitching grotesquely. At the same time, monstrous figures began emerging from a portal near the man watching Lin Fang through the surveillance feed. He panicked. Not good. The artifact master's ability is going berserk. Test subject 138 has spatial transfer. Suppress it now. Before he could finish, a monster lunged from the shadows and tore him apart. Another man nearby froze in terror. The beast turned into a humanoid shape and licked its lips. Slurp. Tell me, do you crave power? Meanwhile, Lin Fang's father was rushing through the facility with the three girls. Panic crossed his face. No, we're too late. Lu Xueran looked up ahead and asked, Is this a successful binding or a failed one? Suddenly, a monster ambushed them, but the captain sensed it in time. He moved with blinding speed and sliced the beast into 4 pieces with one attack. Then he turned to the girls and said, Leave finding Lin Fang to me. You all can't fight in this condition. Don't stay here. But just then, a portal opened behind him, and a monster leapt out, slashing the captain's arm. It was the same monster that had killed the 2 researchers. The beast grinned. As if you're so tough. The captain's expression darkened. Mountain-grade exotic beast. The girls were horrified, watching the captain struggle. The monster laughed, reveling in the chaos. Everyone here dies today. But suddenly, another portal opened behind the monster. Lin Fang emerged, cloaked in dark energy, and in a flash of power, struck the monster down with a single, devastating blow. His eyes burned with cold fury as he said, Don't touch my people. Everyone is overwhelmed with emotion upon seeing Lin Fang, and Lu Xueran exclaims, Lin Fang? Is that really you? Mengzi adds in shock. So many eyes on your forehead. And spider legs growing out of your back. Zhao Kersen says in disbelief. So, is this Dad's experiment? What did he do to you? The monster growls. You. Are you test subject 138? Or just a human? But Lin Fang slams the monster into the ground and declares, I am me. What took you all so long? The captain steps forward. Lin Fang. Is your consciousness still intact? Didn't that spider devour you? Lin Fang nods. I'm clear. I defeated the spider that tried to consume me. After binding with it, I ended up like this. Then his father steps forward, eyes wide. To think. The first successful case of artificially induced exotic beast fusion would be my own son. Seeing his father, Lin Fang freezes for a moment, then slowly walks up and asks, Dad, where have you been all these years? You haven't come home in 5 years. His father replies, I've been working at Tongtian Tower. But I've always been secretly watching over you. Son, I'm so proud of you. Watching their reunion, Mengzi says with a smile. Looks like he's really okay. Father and son, finally reunited. The captain nods. This Lin Lu is brave, rushing over even when his son looks like that. Suddenly, Lin Fang senses something behind him. He spins around, just in time to block an incoming attack. The monster is still alive, rising to its feet, and laughs. Enough of this emotional reunion. Kid, you killed my companion, I'll avenge her. Lin Fang blocks the attack, shouting, Exotic beast fusion is a battle of will. Since the spider couldn't defeat me, it lost. Accept it. Haven't you devoured countless object masters who failed to bind properly? The monster roars and unleashes a devastating attack, causing a massive explosion and clouds of smoke to rise into the air. The team gasps in concern. Mengzi, that destructive power. Isn't it way too much? Captain. Heavens. That mantis. It's a mountain-grade exotic beast. Lu Xueran. Mountain-grade beasts. Are they really that terrifying? The captain explains. Mountain-grade beasts are a watershed. Below them, wind, forest, and fire grades, are only different in strength, speed, and stamina, but mountain grade and above. They awaken special abilities tied to attributes. This mantis has likely awakened a light attribute skill. Look, it's changing form again. The monster turns its gaze toward them. Now it's your turn. Go join that brat in the afterlife. But just as it launches another attack, a spatial portal appears out of nowhere, blocking the strike. The monster is shocked. What? A spatial gate? Another portal opens and strikes the beast directly, slicing its body into pieces. The one who triggered it was Lin Fang. The dying monster stammers. Spatial teleportation. That's test subject 138's power. You bastard. Lin Fang steps forward. Why don't you go keep that spider company? Everyone is left stunned. Lu Xiueran. Was that spatial gate? You're doing Lin Fang? Meng Zi. Heavens, he just defeated a mountain-grade exotic beast, like it was nothing. Zhao Kersen. And he didn't even use an object to bind it? Lin Fang replies. Humph, lucky for me, it was a high attack, low defense type. I used the spider's spatial ability to reflect its own attack and cut itself apart. The captain scans him with his glasses. Identification, human. Combat power 30-50. Grade, special combat level. Shocked, the captain mutters. Special combat grade? He can fight on the battlefield already. Lin Fang turns to his father. Dad, can I ever go back to being human again? His father nods quickly. Yes. Absolutely. I'll find a way to turn you back, even if it takes everything. But no matter what, you'll always be my pride. Lin Fang chuckles softly. You really know how to comfort someone. Then a stranger enters. Why do I feel like that's not very reliable? If you want to return to human form, take this medicine first. In the future, you'll constantly battle the exotic beast inside your dreams. If you win enough times, you'll gain control over your beastification. That man is Zhao Kersen's father. Zhao Kersen gasps. Dad? Did you fund these cruel human experiments? Lin Fang's father is surprised. Director Liao? What are you doing here? Lin Fang narrows his eyes. You're Zhao Chunxing? CEO of Tongtian Tower? Zhao Chunxing grabs his daughter's hand. Humph. Ungrateful brat, always siding with outsiders, just like your mother. Well, want my help turning back into a human? Then become our live-in son-in-law, and help me tame this unruly girl. Zhao Kersen blushes furiously. Dad, what are you saying? Lin Fang asks coldly. Why should I believe you can really help me turn back? Lin Fang's father adds. Director Zhao, Lin Fang is the first to stay conscious after fusion. There's no precedent, no data to compare. Zhao Chunxing laughs darkly. Oh, Lin Lu. This is why I ignore mediocre rule followers like you. How do you think I became CO? How did I get military approval for humanoid beast fusion and receive so much funding? Because I was the first to achieve fusion myself. He suddenly transforms into a terrifying monster. Lin Fang glares. So you're the real mastermind behind this? Zhao Chunxing. You abused human experimentation and violated human rights. I already contacted my dad. The police are on their way. Zhao laughs. Humph. My projects are all approved by the military. It's legal. Understand? But since you don't know what's good for you, he tries to force bind his own daughter, but Lin Fang breaks the binding process. Zhao snarls. My daughter too? You're abandoning me? He lunges at Lin Fang, who dodges just in time. Zhao Kersen, Lin Fang says. This is your father's true face. He's lost his mind. Zhao Kersen pleads. Please. Save my dad. Lin Fang binds with the girls, completing the process just as Zhao attacks again. The two clash, and Zhao's power overwhelms Lin Fang, sending him crashing through a wall into another room. Staggering, Lin Fang gasps. His strength. It's insane! Zhao now hangs upside down in the air, laughing maniacally. Heh! So this is your first time using combat binding in your fused beast form? You clearly lack real experience, but Lin Fang clenches his fists. Do takedowns come like you? I don't need experience. I just need resolve. President Zhao channels a dangerous power into his mouth, preparing to attack Lin Fang. He fires a powerful energy beam at him, but just then, Lin Fang starts to feel something strange. He looks around, trying to understand what's happening. President Zhao smirks and explains. Exotic beast fusion doesn't just boost combat stats. It also grants the beast special abilities. I've fused with a bat-type exotic beast, giving me sonic attacks and echolocation. Darkness quickly envelopes Lin Fang. President Zhao taunts him. How do you plan to fight me in complete darkness? Lu Xiuran gasps. I'm exposed while the enemy is completely hidden. What do I do? Meng Zi adds. Even with object binding, it's useless if I can't lock onto the enemy. Meanwhile, Zhao Kursen pleads with her father to stop, but he suddenly appears behind Lin Fang and launches another attack. Kursen, even you would betray me? Then don't blame me for being merciless. Devil Sound Pulse, break. The sound attack hits Zhao Kursen too, and she screams in pain. President Zhao glares at Lin Fang and growls. People like you, born with power, are always arrogant and ungrateful, looking down on everyone. Just like the man who stole Kursen's mother from me. Shocked, Zhao Kursen stammers. Mom? You said she was dead. President Zhao replies coldly. She is dead. The day she betrayed me and bound herself to that SS-grade Grandmaster, she died in my heart. That wretched woman. Jealous of his prowess on the battlefield, she left me mid-fight to bind with him. If I hadn't overpowered the Bat Matriarch trying to devour my consciousness, I'd be dead too, full of hate. Whether it's the man who stole my wife because of his power, or the heartless woman who abandoned her family, all of you can die. Just then, Lin Fang opens a spatial portal and attacks. President Zhao gasps. It's the space spider's ability? Lin Fang shouts. So this is your excuse for trampling over others? After gaining power, you chose to become what once hurt you. I was also used and betrayed by women before I awakened my talent. If anyone should understand the pain of being powerless, it's you. And yet you treat others like they're disposable. President Zhao snaps. You know nothing, I am helping them. Being weak, trampled and humiliated, it's worse than death. If you must suffer anyway, why not bet your life for a chance at power? Lin Fang, you are my masterpiece. Aren't you proof that it works? Lin Fang powers up, fury burning in his eyes. Then today, you'll feel the backlash from your so-called masterpiece. President Zhao takes to the air, regaining composure. Humph. Such arrogance. Just now, my daughter distracted me and gave you a chance, but if I stay calm, I can still toy with you in the dark. Lin Fang responds. Humph. We'll see who toys with whom. Once again, President Zhao begins generating another sonic blast in his mouth. But before he can launch it, Lin Fang reappears through a portal and attacks. President Zhao stumbles back in shock. How did you locate me? Lin Fang tosses his Skynet net at him. Within my Skynet, your every move is under my control. President Zhao grits his teeth. This is the space spider's dimensional web. It can sense changes in space. Lin Fang, you brat. You can actually control her ability to this level? I don't believe it. Lin Fang attacks again and again, but President Bao's speed allows him to dodge. You don't believe me? Lin Fang growls. Then suffer. Heavy strike. Lin Fang slashes through the air, slicing off President Yao's arm. The president falls to the ground. Zhao Kursen runs to him, pleading. Stop! Please stop fighting! But President Zhao grabs her wrist and says, I'm at a disadvantage without object binding. Kursen, only you can help me now. Before he can bind with her, Lin Fang pulls Zhao Kursen toward himself. Sorry! I won't give you the chance. President Zhao roars. Damn you! Are you trying to steal her from me too? Lin Fang replies firmly. I never said I wanted to steal your daughter. But if you can't bear to lose her, take her back. With Zhao Kersen's help, Lin Fang traps President Zhao in a binding hold. Zhao Kersen pleads, "Please, Lin Fang. He's my father. Spare his life." Lin Fang walks forward and readies his sword. "Don't worry. I know my limits." With one clean strike, he slashes at President Zhao. There's a burst of pain and light. The illusion fades. President Zhao collapses, defeated, and back in his original form. Tears stream down his face as he sobs. Forget the experiments. Not even my own daughter understands me. Who doesn't want to be strong? Who doesn't crave power? Zhao Kersen whispers. Dad, you went too far. President Zhao mutters bitterly. You know that as your test subject, I wasn't going to let you go easily. Lin Fang replies. You're right. Everyone wants to be strong. But if the price is gambling your life, not everyone has that resolve. Dragging others into your tests without warning them of the risks. That's just forcing your will on them. President Zhao sighs. You're still young. You don't know how cruel this world is. Heroes rise from the young. I have nothing more to say. I doubt I'll escape unscathed. I entrust Kersen to you. Suddenly, officers arrive and surround him. Zhao Chunxing! You're under arrest for illegal human experimentation. Come with us! Lu Xueran rushes in and sees her father. Dad! You're finally here! Director Lu smiles proudly. Xueran, you did well. I never thought you'd capture the CEO of Tongtian Tower. Lu Xueran nods. It was all thanks to Lin Fang. He risked everything to give us this chance. Lin Fang steps forward. You must be Director Lu. A pleasure. Director Lu is impressed. Such bravery for someone so young. Truly admirable. Lin Fang simply smiles. Then, President Zhao is cuffed, but before leaving, he hands Lin Fang a small vial. This will help. Since this was your first fusion, your body couldn't handle the transformation. This medicine will ease the effects. Lin Fang frowns. Zhao Chunxing. I handed you over to the police myself. Why are you helping me? President Zhao replies with a faint smile. A man like me has already lost everything. What's a few years in prison? You succeeded, proof that our research wasn't in vain. That alone makes it worth it. I only worry for my disappointing daughter. Don't worry, the medicine's safe. I'm counting on you to look after her while I serve time. Lin Fang accepts it. All right. Just this once, I'll trust you. He drinks it. Moments later, the transformation recedes and he returns to normal. It really works. Chairman Zhao said. Lin Lu, you've always been a veteran on the R&D team. You understand the full scope of this project. And right now, your son is the only successful test subject. You could say you're benefiting from his success. I'll talk to the higher-ups and have you temporarily take my place to continue overseeing the research project. Lu Xueran's father hesitated. Huh! Boss Zhao, this is... Chairman Zhao interrupted. Don't worry, Lin Lu. I'll handle everything. With your expertise and your precious son, who successfully fused, I believe we can minimize the risk soon. The next day, breaking news. We interrupt this program with a special report. Zhao Chunxing, CEO of the Tongtian Tower Corporation, a pillar enterprise in the city, is under investigation for illegal human experimentation resulting in 21 deaths. He has been arrested and, following a court trial, sentenced to 50 years in prison. In a hotel room, Lin Fang's reaction. Lin Fang read the news and muttered, 50 years. By the time he gets out, he'll practically be heading straight to the grave. He used to be so composed. I thought he had connections everywhere. Zhao Kersen, sitting close to Lin Fang, snapped. My dad's not getting out. Lin Fang, you promised him you'd take responsibility for me. Meng Zi groaned. Young miss, don't use this as an excuse to cling to Lin Fang boy. Lu Xueran added. At the very least, Zhao Chunxing has been proven responsible for illegal experimentation and 21 deaths. Not getting the death penalty is already merciful. Besides, with his influence, he can keep hiring lawyers to appeal for a lighter sentence. He'll spend the next 50 years doing that. Young miss, you're really putting on a show here, Zhao Kersen huffed. Humph. I don't care. Lin Fang, you must take responsibility for me. Lin Fang sighed. Ugh, if it weren't for that medicine that restored my human form. Fine, fine. I'll protect you until your dad gets out of prison. Just as a bodyguard, all right? Zhao Kersen smirked. Bodyguard. Trying that trick on me again? So you're choosing the hard way, huh? This young miss has been so forward, and you're still pretending to be clueless? Fine. A bodyguard, you say? Then you better do your job properly. Report to my house for work tomorrow. The two girls beside her slammed their hands on the table and shouted. You don't mean you want Lin Fa Boy to live with you, do you? Young Miss Zhao, please have some restraint. Zhao Kersen scoffed. You refuse to be my proper boyfriend and insist on being my servant instead? Then don't blame me. Just wait, Lin Fang. Tomorrow, I'll train you properly. The next morning, Zhao Kersen stood frozen in front of her sealed mansion. How? How could this be happening? Why is my house sealed? Lin Fang walked up behind her. Still need a bodyguard, young Miss Zhao? Just then, Meng Zi and Lu Xueran arrived. Meng Zi grinned. Is this what you call the grace of a young miss? Sleeping on the streets on day 2? Lu Xueran chuckled. Heh. Zhao Chunxing's involved in a huge lawsuit. You didn't think his assets would go untouched, did you? Zhao Kersen snapped. Shut up, shut up. Why are you two even here? Just to stir up trouble? Later, at the prison, Lin Fang arrived at the prison with his father and met Chairman Zhao. Chairman Zhao got straight to the point. I need you to use the money you won at the casino to buy shares in Tongtian Tower and become a shareholder. Lin Fang was stunned. That's 100 million. You want me to invest all of it? Chairman Zhao replied. Humph. A mere 100 million. If you'd invested back when I founded Tongtian Tower, you could have gained a controlling stake. Now, with the company's current value, that much can only help me counterbalance the other shareholders. He clenched his fist and thought grimly, the board set me up. With assets frozen, I've lost control. Unless someone from the outside steps in. Lin Fang narrowed his eyes. So that's why you came to me? I risked my life for that 100 million. I haven't even had a chance to enjoy it. Why would I toss it into your company? Chairman Zhao replied firmly. Young man, don't you have any ambition? This aberrant beast fusion project is my life's work. The board wants to sell the technology before it's perfected, killing the goose that lays the golden egg. If they commercialize it now, it won't help weapon users or reduce battlefield casualties. Lin Fang held up his hand. Stop. Stop. Big boss, spare me the speeches about dreams. I'm just a regular guy. I can't follow your vision. Chairman Zhao sighed. I thought you'd understand. Don't forget, I arranged for your dad to replace me. If you don't act, the board will use him as a puppet. If something goes wrong later, what's happening to me will happen to him. Worse even. He's a reclusive researcher, no money, no connections. They'll destroy him. Lin Fang clenched his fists. So that's it. You're using my dad to threaten me. Chairman Zhao smiled. Now you get it? The end justifies the means, kid. That's just common sense. Oh, and buying shares means annual dividends. Unless the company collapses, 100 million in shares will give you financial freedom. Can you even handle that much cash flow right now? I'm helping you. Lin Fang gritted his teeth. Coercion and bribery, you're really something, Zhao Chunxing. Fine. I'll buy the shares. But don't mess with the contract. Chairman Zhao beamed. That's more like it, don't worry. My daughter still needs you. I'd betray anyone before I'd betray my future son-in-law. Lin Fang twitched. Who's your son-in-law? A few days later, campus buzz, whispers filled the halls. Hey, did you hear? Lin Fang bought shares in Tongtian Tower and became a shareholder. Seriously? Where'd he get the money? I think he won it at the Object Master Tournament Casino. Wow, to survive a place like that and win? Lin Fang's insane. As Lin Fang walked onto campus, girls surrounded him. Wow! Lin Fang! Isn't that the SSS grade Object Master? He's worth 100 million. The youngest CEO ever. Please bind with me. But Zhao Kurson and the others stepped forward. Stop it! We're busy, one of the girls snapped. What makes you think you deserve to compete with this young lady for an Object Master? More gossip buzzed from a distance. With his status, why would he look at nobodies like you? Only young Miss Zhao or the school bells stand a chance with him. Didn't Lin Fang have a girlfriend before awakening? I think she dumped him. Must be regretting it now. Ha! A girl stood nearby, quietly crying. Tears welled in her eyes. Her heart still belonged to Lin Fang. Later, Lin Fang meets with the team. Lin Fang, with Lu Xueran and Zhao Kurson, asked Meng Zi. Any updates on the escaped exotic beast? Meng Zi replied. Yeah. The captain is stalling it, but we need you to capture it alive. Meanwhile, the battlefield, the captain struggled against a monstrous serpent. Sweat dripped down his face. Phew! These Tongtian Tower bounty missions are brutal. Suddenly, Lin Fang appeared, launching a heavy blow straight into the serpent's face. I'm here. He immediately drew his sword and struck with perfect precision, straight at the lethal point. The moment the strike landed, the huge snake transformed into the form of a young girl. Trembling in fear, she begged, Please let me go. The captain instantly commanded his squad. Quick! Restrain her. Don't let her transform again. All of these are escape test subjects from the Tongtian Tower, mountain-level aberrant beasts. They're cunning and dangerous. We must keep them under control. Exhaling deeply and wiping the sweat from his forehead, the captain muttered. Phew! Looks like we've finally captured all the beasts that escaped after the lab riot. Right. Then he thought to himself in disbelief, it's insane that in just 1 week Lin Fang's combat power has already reached 4,860, special operations level. He's truly established his place on the battlefield now. Meanwhile, the snake beast was being loaded into a secure transport truck. Dealing with mountain-level aberrant beasts has become child's play for him now, the captain realized. He's even stronger than the elites of our mercenary squad. With an SSS-Rank talent and non-stop encounters, his rapid growth was inevitable. Smiling, the captain glanced at Lin Fang. Hey, even as captain I can't afford to fall behind my own team members. I'll have to catch up to Lin Fang's level too. This kid isn't giving me a single chance to relax. Hee hee. Lin Fang looked back at him and calmly asked, Captain, why do you keep staring at me like that? The captain flinched in shock. What? He even noticed that? Just then, Mingji spoke up from behind. Lin Fang has fused with the space spider. Looks like he's awakened the legendary spider sense. Yes, exactly. Spider sense. The captain laughed awkwardly. A little later, the captain and Lin Fang were riding in a jeep toward Tongtian Tower. On the way, the captain teased, So Lin Fang, when are you going to give me that aberrant beast fusion boost too? Lin Fang replied, You'll have to wait until Dad improves the procedure and lowers the risks. I don't want another unstable enemy being born just like that. The captain chuckled. All right, stop buttering me up, brat. Ha! Soon they arrived at Tongtian Tower. Lin Fang froze in shock. What? An in-level aberrant beast? His father calmly nodded. Yes. This is the only remaining missing in-level aberrant beast. But the situation has become complicated. At that moment, Zhao Caixin spoke with confidence. It's okay, Dad. As long as Lin Fang and I are here, no beast, no matter how strong, can escape. It seemed Miss Zhao had already begun treating Lin Fang as her husband. Looking bewildered, Lin Fang asked, Wait, who did you just call Dad? From behind, Mingji teased with a grin. Oh ho! You're already calling him Dad? Looks like the rest of us don't even exist, Mississippi. Lin Fang's father spoke in a serious tone. Everyone, this isn't about marriage or rivalry. Look at the screen first. As they turned to the display, Lin Fang exclaimed, Wait! Isn't that an idol singer? The captain quickly supplied the name. Bai. That's Bai. Mingji smirked. Captain, you even have time to follow idols? The captain puffed up proudly. You don't know. Bai debuted just 3 days ago and already shook the entire idol world. But Lin Fang's father revealed the shocking truth. That very same Bai is the last escape test subject, the in-level aberrant beast, the silver light moth. Everyone froze in disbelief. What? The captain felt the ground vanish beneath his feet and burst into tears. No, my dream girl is an aberrant beast. Lin Fang asked in disbelief. A humanoid aberrant beast can actually become an idol? Lucien explained. In the past few days, we've captured several humanoid beasts. We discovered they can take human form and even speak human language, but their instincts remain animalistic. With personalities like that, how could one ever become an idol? Lin Fang's father clarified. Because she is an in-level beast. Female in-level beasts can naturally transform into human form. The other humanoid beasts in the lab were created artificially, using her genetic segments. Lin Fang finally understood. Oh, I see. So those fire-level and mountain-level humanoid beasts have incomplete thoughts because they were forcefully modified. It was further explained that genuine in-level humanoid beasts were extremely rare. When the lab obtained one, they used her genetics to mass-produce the others. Lin Fang then turned to the captain. Captain, you've been following Bai recently, right? Do you know her location? The captain pulled out his device. Let me check. Yes. Tonight she has a concert at Tianhu Square. All right then, Lin Fang said firmly. Tonight we go to Tianhu Square. A short while later, they arrived at the packed venue. Let's go meet Bai, the captain said eagerly. On stage, Bai appeared, singing with a radiant silver glow. Silver seas ripple, my face shines in the gentle light. When I reach out to touch you, I find you're only a shadow. The real you is high above, out of reach. If only I had wings, I'd fly no matter the hardships, just to grasp this silver sea. Suddenly, a rat-like beast emerged and addressed her coldly. Our great king has admired you for a long time. Come with me now, and become the queen of our clan. Bai retorted. Where was your king when I was captured? I only escaped a few days ago, and now you send a marriage proposal? I'll never marry into your filthy red clan. The rat sneered. You should be grateful. Don't you love living like a human? Isn't being an idol your dream? If you don't come with me, I'll devour one of your fans and report to the king. Bai Yi's fury erupted. How dare you even think of harming my fans? Remember, you're only an in-level beast yourself. Push me, and I'll drag you down with me. The rat snarled back. So it's settled then. If you want to end this, show your fans your true face. The famous idol Bai, who rose to the top at debut, is actually the Silver Light Moth, once the queen of the Moth clan 10 years ago. Bai Yi's anger burned hotter, but then a stagehand called out. Bai Yi, rehearsal's over. The concert's about to start. She steadied herself. All right. And she resumed her performance. The fans screamed her name. Bai Yi! Bai Yi! But as she danced, her thoughts churned. What should I do? That rat's threat has shaken my focus. If only someone could help me. Her eyes suddenly locked onto Lin Fang in the crowd. Shock rippled through her. Is that Lin Fang? The one who helped me escape the lab? He's alive? And why does he feel so much like one of my kind? Through telepathy, Bai sent him a message. I have no other choice. I need your help. Please, just once more, help me. The captain noticed Lin Fang's distant gaze and shouted. Quick! The goddess is talking to you. Lin Fang coolly replied. Captain, have you forgotten her true identity already? Then, without hesitation, he leapt onto the stage and began dancing beside Bai. Telepathically, she pleaded again, please, help me. Confused, Lin Fang asked, wait, how can I hear your voice? She explained, It's a special telepathy that some humanoid beasts possess. The space spider you fused with also carries this ability. Meanwhile, the audience went wild. One fan shouted, "They hugged!" Another yelled angrily, "Who is that guy? What's his connection to Miss Bai? I'm so jealous!" Captain Zhao wailed miserably. "Cluck cluck cluck. Bai, I never expected this from you." Through telepathy, Lin Fang asked, "If you can talk like this, then you already know I came here to capture you. So why are you asking for help?" Bai urgently explained, "The Gutter Rat clan is harassing me. An in-level beast is hiding here, endangering my fans. Please, stop him." She finished her song and discreetly gestured toward a direction. Lin Fang's eyes followed instantly. "Quickly!" she whispered in his mind. "There's no time left." The beast was just about to kill one of Baiyi's fans when a sudden sword strike cut him off. Shocked, the beast froze. "So fast, so silent, who are you?" But Lin Fang finishes him off and says, "In-level aberrant beast. That's all." Immediately, the people present begin whispering in shock. "Aberrant beast? That's an aberrant beast. What is an aberrant beast doing at a concert venue? Thank heavens this object controller is here." Then they recognize Lin Fang as well. "Wait, that's Lin Fang. The same young man who invested in Tongtian Tower? How can he be here? Could it be?" At that moment, Bai turns to Lin Fang and says, "Thank you, Lin Fang, for saving my fans." Hearing this, her fans are stunned. "Miss Bai knows Lin Fang? Do they have some kind of—" Inside, Lin Fang thinks to himself, "Finally, I've heard her voice live." Just then, the lesser rat-like beasts see their boss slain and start howling. The boss is dead. All of them vow revenge and rush to attack the crowd together. People scream in panic. Oh no, 3 more appeared. These 3 are even more dangerous than the last one. They can even talk. But Lin Fang immediately charges one of the rat beasts and says coldly, "Let's see who dies first." At the same time, his power armor activates, instantly killing one of them. On the other side, the captain watches in shock. My god, can Lin Fang really handle 3 mountain-level aberrant beasts at once? He quickly scans Lin Fang. Combat power, 5,300. He's already at warlord level, capable of leading small team battles. Then Lin Fang resynchronizes with his power armor. The captain gasps. Wait, that threat reaction. One of the red rat beasts sneers at him. Kid, is sneak attacking all you know how to do? Both beasts attack Lin Fang together. One of them mocks. As long as we're prepared, taking on 2 mountain-level aberrant beasts won't be so easy for you. But not a single strike lands on Lin Fang. It doesn't have to be that way, he replies calmly. Then, with a devastating critical strike, Lin Fang slices the speaking beast cleanly in half, ending him instantly. Lin Fang thinks to himself, mountain-level aberrant beasts always have elemental skills. I killed the last 2 before they could use theirs, but I didn't expect this one to actually find the time to activate his skill. Suddenly, another beast seizes Bai Yi and dashes away. No need to chase me, damn, I've succeeded, the beast cackles. Seeing this, Lin Fang shouts. What? That rat is still alive! Lucian comments. That's exactly what you'd expect from an in-level aberrant beast. Truly tough. Zhao Caixin adds. I heard from my father that Bai Yi is an extremely rare aberrant beast material. We cannot afford to lose her. Immediately, Lin Fang rushes after them. We see the beast fleeing, leaving obstacles behind and taunting. Hey kid, if you're so eager to die, don't blame me. He launches wind blades at Lin Fang, but Lin Fang evades them with his phantom shuttle skill, reappearing ahead of him. Put her down, Lin Fang demands. The beast starts counting ominously. 1, 2, 3 fall. Suddenly Lin Fang grows dizzy. Why do I feel so faint all of a sudden? He collapses to the ground. The beast sneers. Chasing me was fun, wasn't it? Now you've been completely poisoned by me. After some time, Lin Fang regains consciousness. I I didn't die? He finds himself tied up in a room with Bai, both their hands bound. Bai is using her healing power on him. When he stirs awake, she asks softly, "You're awake?" Lin Fang mutters, "I never thought one in-level aberrant beast would cause me this much trouble." Bai replies, "I only saved your life on the condition that I heal their leader." Shocked, Lin Fang asks, "You know healing? Then what is this place?" Bai explains, "This is the lair of the thunder-level aberrant beast, the evil rat emperor, the fallen kingdom." Stunned, Lin Fang asks, "A thunder-level aberrant beast has an underground kingdom? Where are Lucy Ran and the others?" She answers, "They've been locked in separate cells. They feared that if you all reunited, your combat power would grow too great." Just then, a rat beast arrives and sneers, "Bai, you can stall for a little while, but not forever. Soon I'll take you before the great king, and then we'll see what fate awaits you." They are escorted to the Rat King. On the way, Lin Fang remarks, "I never imagined there was such a place beneath Keilong City. This is clearly a nest for in-level beasts." Inside, the Rat King lounges on a throne, gorging on chicken. A guard announces, "King, the evil rat emperor has arrived." The Rat King leers at Bai. "Finally, I've rescued you. Now, hurry up and marry me." But Bai retorts, "Idiot! The one who saved me wasn't you. It was Lin Fang, standing right beside me." Lin Fang steps forward. "So, you're the evil rat emperor? You look like nothing more than a fat, lazy slob." Enraged, the Rat King roars, "You dare, as a mere human, to steal this king's bride?" Lin Fang shrugs. "Rescuing her was just an accident. But if Bai doesn't want to marry you, then I don't mind putting in some extra effort to save her." A rat beast places his hand on Lin Fang's head, trying to force him to kneel. "How dare you speak to the king like that, boy?" Lin Fang's fury ignites. "Take your filthy hand off me." He turns and demands, "Where are my comrades? Where are they?" As his aura surges outward, the rat beast stumbles back in shock. What are you? Why do you radiate the aura of an aberrant beast?" The Rat King narrows his eyes and asks, "A human, with the aura of an aberrant beast? What's your connection to Zhao Qingshang?" He continues, "When Zhao Qingshang transformed into an aberrant beast to fight for Bai, the feeling was exactly the same. That man, with only 2 bound objects, still beat me so brutally that I sealed myself here, hiding in this underground kingdom for 10 years. And now, another one like him has appeared?" The Rat King shudders inwardly. "No, even though I've reached peak thunder level strength, I cannot endure another monster like Zhao Qingshang. I must destroy this boy before he fully awakens." Then he declares, "Very well, boy. Do you dare test your skills in my rusted iron arena? If you win, I'll release you and your companions. But if you lose, you'll leave your life here, and Bai you will abandon all hope and belong to me." Lin Fang accepts without hesitation. Moments later, they arrive at the arena. An announcer shouts, "Welcome, everyone, to the rusted iron arena of the Sewer Kingdom. Today's rules are simple. The human object controller, Lin Fang, will challenge the 36 champions of our rat clan. For each one he defeats, one of his friends will be set free." The Rat King roars from his throne, "And if he loses, kill him. Kill him. Kill him, then serve him to me as food." The rats chant in unison, "Kill. Kill. Kill. Long live the king." Lin Fang calmly asks, "Where are my friends? And you expect an object controller like me to fight empty-handed?" His opponent sneers, "This is a fair one-on-one. Don't you already have aberrant beast abilities? Let's see what you're made of." As the duel begins, the Rat King continues feasting on chicken, smirking. "Boy, the moment you stepped into this rusted iron arena, you were already dead. Let's see how you fight without your bound objects." Bai sits silently, watching with worry. The battle begins. Lin Fang teleports behind his opponent and lands a strike. "Now, show me what you've got." Blood sprays from the rat's mouth as it gasps. "I never thought you'd have another trick." "Oh, your skill. I'll take it. At that moment Lin Fang is in his spider form, his spider legs piercing through the beast's body. The rat beast shrieks, "My body's being torn apart!" and dies screaming. One of the rats watching stammers in horror. That move, isn't that a demonic technique? Even the Rat King is stunned. Lin Fang straightens and says coldly, I can feel it. After killing that aberrant beast, I've mastered its wind attribute skill, so that's the rule. Defeat mountain level or higher aberrant beasts, and you gain their abilities. Then he adds with a smirk, and now, I've found a way out of here. One-on-one was fair, right? Then release Lu Xueran. I'll fight 2-on-2 this time. The Rat King snarls, Don't forget your place, human. The poison-wielding rat sneers, You've only beaten one mountain-level beast. What's there to be so proud of? Lin Fang glares at him. Don't worry. My next challenge is you, the one who poisoned me before. Since you're so eager to die, I'll grant your wish. Both opponents enter the arena. Lu Xueran is also brought in. Lin Fang quickly binds with her and whispers telepathically. Great, you're safe. Are you alright? Lu Xueran warns him. These are all invade aberrant beasts. The two of us might handle one, but how can we fight two at once? Lin Fang reassures her. Don't worry. I have a plan. The two rats prepare to kill him. Lin Fang mounts his battle bike, surging forward with a wind blade wave. But his opponent blocks it with an alloyed body defense skill. Lin Fang narrows his eyes. Not even a scratch? Impressive defense, but you're not my real target. In a flash, he opens the teleportation gate, appearing before the poison rat. You're first. The rat panics. Wait, no. You're courting death. He releases clouds of venom, but Lin Fang charges straight through, his spider legs stabbing into the rat's chest. The rat coughs blood, laughing weakly. Fool, you risked my poison just to wound me. Too bad, it's not enough to kill me. But soon you'll be nothing but prey to my venom. Lin Fang staggers, the poison burning through his body, but he grits his teeth. Maybe it can hurt me, but it can't hurt machines. Right then, Lu Xueran shifts into bike form and rams the rat from behind. The rat vomits blood, collapsing. You really do have guts. And dies. The announcer shouts. Boat is dead. 9th ranked among the 36 rats, the pride of the Gutter Rat clan, has fallen. A female rat cries in the crowd. Boat, he was my idol. Another rat snarls at his teammate. Halogen, are you just going to stand there and watch? Halogen roars in fury, his aura exploding. Damn it, Boat! Lin Fang mutters. Did I gain a new skill? He mounts his bike again, telling Lu Xueran. It's up to you now. They speed off, the furious rat chasing behind. Coward! Don't run! This is the arena! Fight me! The Rat King growls. Idiot! Don't let him kite you! But Halogen blunders straight into the lingering poison field. He stumbles, convulses, and collapses dead. The announcer declares, Halogen is down. Winner, Lin Fang. Lin Fang clutches his chest, clearly suffering from the poison. Lu Xueran hurries to him. Even if you were prepared and avoided most of it, your body's still in terrible condition. You need to rest. But Lin Fang shakes his head firmly. It's not over yet. Next round, I'll fight for. Release all my friends. The rats burst into mocking laughter. What an idiot! Ha! In his condition, he still wants to fight for at once. Boat's poison must have driven him insane. The Rat King sneers at Bai. Is this the man you trust so deeply, Bai? Bai bites her lip. Lin Fang, what are you thinking? 4 more rats enter the arena, eager to fight. One of them smirks. Finally, my turn. You killed my younger brother Halogen, not bad, boy. If I defeat you, my rank will soar into the top 3. Another licks his lips. I wonder, what does a human who's undergone beast transformation taste like? Coughing blood, Lin Fang rebinds with his companions. His friends protest. Lin Fang, don't push yourself. 4 invade beasts at once. It's suicide. But Lin Fang grits his teeth. Don't worry. I know what I'm doing. The battle erupts. The 4 rats coordinate. Flank them from both sides. Don't trail behind. But as they strike, Lin Fang vanishes. They whirl around. He's gone? Then realization strikes. He's already rushing toward the Rat King's throne. Lin Fang appears above him, shouting. You didn't think I'd just stand here like a rooster for your entertainment, did you? The Rat King's eyes widen in shock. No! Before he can react, Lin Fang's bike wheel smashes down, crushing him. Escaping was my real goal all along. Lin Fang growls. He turns to Bai, extending his hand. Quick, come with me. Bai hesitates, stunned. You're saving me too? Lin Fang's face is pale, his body shaking from the poison. I can't hold on much longer. Are you coming or not? Yes or no? And Bai, was she the type to stop there? Of course not. She also grabs his hand. Lin Fang seats her on the bike and says, All right. Let's get out of this hellhole. The bike rushes away at full speed. All the rats scream. Catch them. Don't let them escape. They attacked our great king. Don't let them live. The rats charge forward to attack, but none of them can even touch him. Lin Fang turns his head back and says coldly, You all think you can stop me? Dream on. One rat screams in fear. Not good. This guy can teleport too. And Lin Fang keeps spreading poison mist behind him, the same poisonous mist that Halogen had. The toxic fog engulfs all the rats. But as soon as he speeds ahead, 2 more rats block his path. They snarl. Humph! If we let you escape, how will we answer the great king? Give it up! You're completely surrounded now. Lin Fang releases more poison there too, and the bike bursts out at full speed. Laughing, he says, Oh no! I think I forgot to tell Xiao Chu not to inhale the exhaust. Riding the bike fast, he pants. Just a little more, just a bit further. Zhao Kaisen, everything's on you now, Zhao Kaisen answers confidently. No problem, power armor. Lin Fang shouts. Power path, through. Together, they ram through the enemies and carve open a path to the outside. Behind them, all the rats go mad with fury. Damn it! After them! Quickly! Wait! The poisonous exhaust has spread everywhere. It's impossible to catch them now. Let's go back first and check the Great King's condition. Meanwhile, Lin Fang finally escapes them all and bursts out of the tunnel. At that same moment, the binding around him gets cancelled. He falls straight to the ground, looking a bit weak. Right then, all 3 girls revert to their human forms. Lu Xuan rushes to him and asks, Lin Fang, are you okay? Meng Ji handles the situation calmly, saying, I've sent our location. The captain's sending backup. Just hold on a little longer. Zhao Kaisen looks around nervously. Where exactly are we? Can we reach the hospital in time? But Bai Yi starts healing Lin Fang and says, No need. I can easily heal this much poison. Lu Xuan, shocked, says, Bai Yi, you're really that legendary in-level humanoid aberrant beast? Meng Ji adds in surprise. I've never seen an ability like this before. Zhao Kaisen glares angrily at Bai Yi and says, Lin Fang got caught up in all this because of you. Now it's your responsibility to heal him. Just then, the captain runs up from a distance, shouting, Finally! I found you guys! You've been missing for 2 days, right? He quickly grabs Lin Fang's hand. Lin Fang, with a serious expression, says, Alert everyone immediately. Prepare for battle. A massive aberrant rat beast army is heading our way. A little later, this entire news spreads everywhere. That was the full report of the Bai Yi concert incident. According to insider Lin Fang, an aberrant beast army is awakening beneath the city. Chiang City belongs to the people of Chiang, he declares. It must never fall into the hands of the evil rat emperor. After that, Lin Fang speaks publicly, saying, The future of the world is everyone's responsibility. But no one takes him seriously. One guy picks up the remote, turns off the TV and says, "Turn it off, nothing worth watching." Another mocks. "Seriously? Before this, aberrant beasts sometimes kidnap people. It wasn't a big deal. Now just because he said something, we should all panic and stop working?" A third laughs. "Exactly. All these years, have we ever seen an aberrant beast army? They're the ones afraid of us. They don't dare to attack." Zhao Kaisen looks at all of them angrily and shouts, "Wow, what brave men we have here. Every single one looks like a cowardly turtle." Meanwhile, Lin Fang quietly mutters to himself, "Looks like we'll have to rely on ourselves now." Some time later, Lin Fang arrives at Tongtian Tower. The captain yells, "What? You want me to try an aberrant beast fusion experiment?" Then Lin Fang's father calmly explains, "I can't guarantee a 100% success rate. But I've developed a method that allows the fusion to be interrupted any time. Theoretically, you can try as many times as you want. Trial and error is allowed." Lin Fang gives clear instructions. "During the fusion, you'll enter a mental space and battle that aberrant beast. At first, don't worry about anything else, just head straight toward the most powerful contracted object in your memory." The captain hesitates and says, "Easier said than done." Then Mengji warns him, "There's an elite squad within the rat army, the 36 rats. Each one of them is an in-level aberrant beast. Captain, with your current strength, facing them without fusion is impossible." Hearing this, the captain's face turns pale. He speaks nervously. "But if the fusion fails, and I can't separate from the entity in time, then I'll—" Just then, Bai Yi grabs Captain Zhao Sun's hand and says, "Mr. Zhao Sun, you're the captain of the 4th Mercenary Squad. I have complete faith in you." Hearing that, the captain's eyes light up. "Oh my God!" Bai Yi held my hand and encouraged me. He mutters to himself, "Yes. I'm the captain of the 4th Squad. Ever since Lin Fang joined our team, we've been earning so much that I barely even feel it anymore. But having someone as powerful as him has been making my captain's dignity fade a little each day. I'm the captain. I need to prove my own strength too." Everyone around him is shocked by his words. The captain thinks for a moment, then with a determined look says, "All right then. Let's try it." Lin Fang shouts loudly, "Go for it, Uncle Zhao Sun!" Lin Fang's father also says, "Don't worry, if anything goes wrong, I'll separate the fusion immediately." The fusion process begins. The captain yells, "Everyone, get ready! Hold on tight." The scene cuts. Outside view, time has passed. A manhole cover shakes, and 4 rat beasts crawl out. One of them says, "This is the closest entrance to Tongtian Tower." Another says, "The Great King's gone completely insane for Bai Yi. He sent all 4 of us just to catch her. Isn't he afraid we'll expose the secrets of the underground kingdom?" The 3rd rat beast growls, "Lin Fang already escaped. We're exposed anyway. We'll have to finish everything quickly now." Just then, a few low-level guards appear. One guard shouts, "Stop! This is Tongtian Tower. No aberrant beasts allowed here." Another says, "Yeah, even if you're in-level aberrant beasts from the TV." But before he can finish, a rat beast snarls, "You're all useless!" and lunges forward to attack. He roars, "You think weaklings like you can stop a legend like me?" All the guards are wiped out in an instant. The rat beast yells, "Move fast! Grab Bai Yi before Zhao Chunxing makes a move!" But just then, Lin Fang arrives, bursting in on his bike. "What's the rush, guys?" He grins. Then he announces, "Zhao Chunxing's already in jail." All the rat beasts burst out laughing. "Zhao Chunxing in jail? Ha! Perfect! Go tell the Great King. Now the Gutter Rat clan will take over Chiang City. Hand over Bai Yi, or things will get ugly." They all prepare for battle. One rat beast attacks Lin Fang, but can't even touch him. The beast snarls, "Stinking kid! You think you can match my speed?" Lin Fang, riding his bike, says calmly, "That's fast, but only fast enough to dodge with teleportation skill." All the rat beasts attack together. Now that Zhao Chunxing's gone, catching you will be easy. But Lin Fang stops them. Hold up a second. You guys are forgetting something. I'm not alone. Suddenly, a blade pierces through a rat beast's chest from behind. The captain had arrived. And yes, the fusion was successful. 2 large wings spread out behind him. One rat beast gasps. That's an aberrant beast. No, wait. Stop. That's a human. Another stammers. Oh my god! Another aberrant beast fusion? Was this all Zhao Chunxing's plan? Lin Fang steps forward and says, Not bad. Risk-free fusion completed. Now be smart, surrender. The captain smiles confidently. This is the true power of fusion. My combat strength must have reached special ops level by now, but Lin Fang reminds him. Still, artificially fused beings aren't as powerful as Zhao Chunxing. Then the 2 rat beasts charge forward. Let's see how capable you really are. One growls. Another sneers. Have patience. Let's finish the weak birdman first. The captain shouts angrily. I may not be as talented as Lin Fang, but if you think you can defeat me in one strike, you're mistaken. He dashes behind them at such incredible speed that the rat beasts are stunned. Not so easy, huh? Lin Fang attacks one beast. Scarlet sword flash. The captain hurls his own strike at the other. Violet lightning throw. His weapon pierces straight through the beast's chest. The beast screams. Not ready yet, Seath Orb. Suddenly, 2 more rat beasts appear from behind and grab the captain's wings. The captain gasps. What? I just pierced your chest. The beast snarls. The orb's saliva heals our injuries instantly. Then it lunges and bites down on the captain's wings with its giant fangs. Wow, big chicken wings! The captain screams in pain. Lin Fang! Help me! Lin Fang draws his sword and charges straight at the rat. So you were the real one, huh? The beast shrieks, then silence. Lin Fang has sliced its head clean off. He exhales. It's over. But their boss beast suddenly roars furiously. Stinky brat! And rushes to attack Lin Fang. Lin Fang stands tall, not moving even an inch. The captain appears in front of him and blocks the blow. Your opponent is me! He gathers all his power and shouts. Thundering return! The beast freezes in shock, and the captain's attack strikes full force. The beast disintegrates into smoke. Lin Fang nods. Good job, Captain. You really gained solid power right after fusion. That's what I expect from someone with your experience. The captain smiles proudly. Hey, it looks like my combat power is finally useful now. But Lin Fang, in a serious tone, says, It's not just about combat power, Captain. It may seem like a small thing to you, but for Chiang City, it's a huge step forward. The next day Lin Fang appears on TV, formal mode on. This is our latest progress on the fusion project. Success is not guaranteed, but if anything goes wrong the fusion will be stopped immediately. We request everyone to please join. There's nothing to be afraid of. People at home react while watching TV. Wait, did Captain Zhao really fuse and immediately jump to special ops level? Hold on, let's wait and see first. Maybe there are side effects. Bro, did you see all those eyes on Lin Fang's forehead? It looked weird. Power growth is fine. But if he can't control it, will he himself turn into a beast? Like that casino guy last time. Hearing all this, Lin Fang's anger is fully triggered. He slams the table. Cut it out, guys. You're afraid of everything. There's a whole beast army ready underground. It could surface any time to attack, and you're gossiping. Someone says, Lin Fang bro, how can we compare to you? You're SSS-Rank talent. You fight beasts in the mental world. We can't do that. Captain Zhao's S-Rank too, so his success is normal. And the rest of us are stuck at B-Rank. Even a normal beast is hard to handle. Also, I don't even have a female controller. After hearing this, Lin Fang goes quiet, yet he still listens. Then another says, You were born SSS-Rank. You even became a Tongtian Tower shareholder. Top-level girls are always around you. Yeah. Another agrees, Only you can save Xuliang City. If you have power, you must take responsibility. Lin Fang wipes sweat from his brow and says, before the talent, I was also a simple guy, just like you. One of them scoffs. Oh come on, Lin Fang, stop acting. Your dad is CEO of Tongtian Tower. You were groomed for fusion since childhood. Don't act like a commoner. Lin Fang calmly says, I was only 8 when my dad left and walked away. They keep chattering. Leave it, this is a waste of time. Xuliang needs saving, and that's on you. Inside Tongtian Tower, a rat beast is chained up and roaring. One day Xuliang City will belong to our underground kingdom. Humans will only be our food. We'll look at Lin Fang. Hearing all these words, Lin Fang's mood sinks. He sits silently. Mengji looks over and asks, Lin Fang boy, are you alright? Zhao Kaisen, with some attitude, says, we ordinary people are always like this. Lin Fang sounds a little hurt and replies, I'm also a commoner, and walks away. From behind, Zhao Kaisen, feeling guilty, calls out, Lin Fang, I said a little, sorry. A while later Lin Fang reaches Mr. Jao. Mr. Jao sees him and says, so you came to find me. You want me to prove that fusion is possible even with low talent, and that combat power can increase dramatically? Lin Fang immediately replies, exactly. But Mr. Jao bluntly says, no, I won't do it. Lin Fang, shocked, asks, why? Fusing with an aberrant beast to boost combat power and resist foreign enemies. That's always been your dream plan, right? All those ideals you shared with me, where did they go? Mr. Jao calms him. Young people are emotional. Calm down first. Then he continues, I'll tell you this much, you still don't fully understand human nature. Lin Fang, confused, asks, human nature? What do you mean? Mr. Jao replies, people always think about benefit and try to avoid loss. To justify their cowardly thinking, they'll make any excuse. Today you want me to prove fusion works for low-talent people. Tomorrow they'll say, well, that was his job, of course he'd succeed. Lin Fang protests, but you had no choice, you had to do it. Mr. Jao says, exactly. Only despair and hatred can break the fear inside a person. Do you have the courage to bear all of Xuliang City's hatred and despair? Lin Fang still doesn't fully understand. At that moment, Jao's daughter steps in and with one scene everything becomes clear. She grabs Lin Fang's hand and says, now I understand everything. Lin Fang, come with me. Lin Fang, puzzled, asks, understand what? What do you and your father actually want? Mr. Jao smiles. She's my daughter. She's sensible and strong, she just lacks one thing, an understanding of human nature. You'll help keep that in check. Some time later another bombshell news breaks. According to reports from this station, idol singer Bai Yi and Tongtian Tower shareholder Lin Fang have officially announced their relationship. Let's congratulate this lovely couple. Pandemonium erupts. What? Bai Yi and Lin Fang are dating? I'm a Bai fan. Her popularity just started and she's already linked with a fan. Don't you get it? Idol singing is a youth career. When at your peak you have to latch onto a strong guy. At that moment Lin Fang and Bai Yi stand right behind them. Hearing this, Lin Fang, confused, asks, latch onto whose support? The boy who realizes Lin Fang overheard begins sweating nervously. He meant, stick to a good family or rich guy. Lin Fang laughs. Say it properly. Lin Fang, the golden boy, SSS-Rank object controller talent awakened at the casino, made money, used his father's connections to become a Tongtian Tower shareholder, right? Bai Yi smiles beside him. People get irritated. Lin Fang, are you still the same old Lin Fang? Why so proud? See his attitude. Let's see how long his arrogance lasts. New rich from the village, quit his job, country bumpkin. Damn, does Bai Yi really like this kind of guy? Lin Fang turns and begins to walk away. A confused onlooker asks, where's he going? Didn't he come to eat? Lin Fang casually replies, eating with rejects like you lowers my value. VIP seat booked at Janet Hotel. I was just passing by. they angrily say. He deliberately came to provoke us. I'm literally triggered. Once the aberrant beast fusion succeeds, I'll break his arrogance. Lin Fang turns back a little, serious and stone-faced. Very good. Someone set a trap. Now both Lin Fang and Bai Yi start publicly fueling jealousy. Lin Fang takes Bai Yi's hand and asks, "Do you know why my eyes are so beautiful?" Bai Yi blushes. "I don't know." He grins charmingly. "Because my eyes only see you." One guy inside is literally burning with envy. Lin Fang teases him. "Liking someone doesn't help you eat," Bai Yi smiles. "But liking someone makes food taste better." Another jealous guy seethes. They finish eating and step outside. Bai Yi excitedly says, "Wow, so amazing!" Lin Fang asks, "Do you smell something?" Bai Yi, "Burning smell." Lin Fang smells and says, "It's the fire of a loving heart burning for you." Seeing this, everyone's envy flares up. "No more, can't tolerate this." They explode. "That idiot posts videos of his displays of love with Bai Yi everywhere." Everyone watches and screams. "Do these videos show up everywhere? Let's join the Aberrant Beast Fusion Project. Once I get strong, I'll teach this guy a lesson." Watching the video, Zhao Chun gets emotional and through tears says, "I wanted to do all this with Lin Fang, but Bai Yi's more famous. For big missions we have to adjust to her." Just then Lin Fang and Bai Yi approach. Lin Fang asks Zhao Ken, "Do you want me to say cheesy love lines for you every day?" Bai Yi softly, "I hope this method works." Lu Xuan and Meng Ji arrive too, Lu Xuan teasingly, "I don't know if this will work, but Lin Fang is fully in enjoy mode." Meng Ji mimics, "The heart that loves you is burning." Lin Fang looks at everyone and says, "Which one of you has seen me enjoy myself?" Bai Yi turns bright red with embarrassment. Then Lin Fang becomes serious. "Didn't we decide? Before the real enemy arrives, I'll show my love, display attitude, attract all the hate. I'll become the imaginary villain of the citizens so people actively join the fusion project and get ready to fight the evil rat emperor. I'm even willing to sacrifice my reputation for Zuliang City." At that moment the same guys who were jealous earlier approach. "Good kid, you're here too. From dragon slaying youth to evil dragon. You forgot your true value. Stop. We'll fuse too and teach you a lesson." Lin Fang mockingly replies, "How commendable. Best of luck, fuse if you can. If you get strong, come slap me." Zhao Kaisen excitedly shouts, "It's working." Everyone head out to fuse. Let's see what having SSS-Rank talent means. If we all fuse successfully, won't a single guy be unable to defeat you? Scene shifts to Tongtian Tower. The fusion has started. Fusion begins. On the other side, deep underground, the Rat King was roaring furiously. "How dare you! Lin Fang tricked me and escaped with Bai Yi." In rage, he commanded, "Damn it! Why haven't Shit Gabby and the other 4 returned yet?" A beast replied, "Spy rats have already been sent out, Great King. They'll bring back the information soon." But then another beast came running in panic. "Not good, Great King! Shit Gabby and the others have been killed. They were captured." The Rat King shouted, "And what else? Speak!" The beast continued, "Those humans are now researching how to mass-produce fused aberrant beast humans." The Rat King froze in shock. "What? Zhou Chunxing and Lin Fang are already enough of a problem. Now they want to make more? No! We have to stop them." Another beast tried to calm him. "But Great King, right now is the most crucial time for you to evolve into a thunder-level aberrant beast. You can't make any mistakes. What if Lin Fang and Zhou Chunxing join forces again?" The Rat King smirked darkly. "Zhou Chunxing? He's already been sent to prison. Even the heavens are helping me now. This time, I'll personally attack the Tongtian Tower, with the remaining 36 rat warriors and my minions. Our primary target, destroy the Tongtian Tower laboratory." The scene shifted back to Tongtian Tower. Those who once hated Lin Fang had now fused themselves and were laughing arrogantly. "See that? Did you see our power now? Even an ordinary object controller can become a monster. 3 little street punks from Kuliang City are already stronger than Lin Fang. Lin Fang lay on the ground, pretending to be in pain as they taunted him. Still got that attitude, huh, kid? Lin Fang acted weak and groaned. Ugh, so dangerous. But inside he thought, that's enough. They're motivated now. The group turned to leave. Let's go, guys. This power boost is crazy. Once I find a female object controller to bind with, I'll be unstoppable. Hee hee hee. Just then, 3 girls, Lu Yuran, Meng Jing, and Zhao Kaisen, came running toward him. Lu Yuran asked, Lin Fang, are you okay? Meng Jing frowned. Lin Fang boy really got beaten badly. Something's off here. Lin Fang smiled casually. I'm fine. I lost on purpose. Then he turned to Zhao Kaisen. Did you send the video? She nodded. Yes, the live stream of you getting beaten is going viral. People are flooding in already, Lin Fang smirked. Perfect. Soon, waves of people came rushing to the scene. Lin Fang! Watching you get beaten was so satisfying. Yeah. We want to join the fusion project too. If we'd known it gave that much power, we'd have joined earlier. Lin Fang looked genuinely surprised. So just to defeat me, you're all willing to risk your lives now? Suddenly, boom! The Rat King attacked Tongtian Tower himself. Now you have no chance left. I'll erase this entire lab from the surface, in the name of the great evil Rat Emperor. Everyone froze in terror. Oh my god! That's a legendary thunder-level aberrant beast! And those 36 rats behind him, they're all elite class. But the 3 newly fused fighters stepped forward. Leave it to us! We've reached captain-level combat power now! Evil Rat Emperor, watch closely! Lin Fang shouted. You fools, don't! But before they could stop, the Rat King sneezed once, and the sheer force sent all 3 flying. Pathetic fused humans! The Rat King growled. I thought you'd be strong. But you're all worthless. Kill them all! Leave no one alive in this lab! Chaos erupted as the rats charged in. Everyone screamed and ran for their lives. The evil Rat Emperor is too strong! Fusion is useless! Then Lin Fang stepped forward. Secret technique, flames every slash! He attacked fiercely, shouting, Everyone, get back! Standing before the monstrous Rat King, he shielded everyone. People gasped, shocked. Lin Fang, you're protecting us? Even after we hated you? Then the truth came out. Idiots! The whole thing, the videos, the fights, it was all Lin Fang's plan. He staged it so that you'd all join the fusion project. A girl burst into tears. Woo! Lin Fang, we misunderstood you. Another sighed hopelessly. But even with fusion, what's the point now? We can't win. Lin Fang replied confidently. Even small help is still help. Just fuse, at least you'll be able to fight the elite rat minions. Leave the evil Rat Emperor to me. The Rat King laughed wickedly. If Zhou Chunxing were here, maybe I'd be afraid. But now, you're alone. I have my 36 rat warriors. Stop dreaming of victory. Lin Fang smiled coolly. Correction, only 29 rats left. I thought I should remind you. The Rat King's veins bulged. You arrogant brat. I'm furious. I'll avenge the humiliation you gave me that day. Everyone attack. The rat army charged all at once. Ha! No matter how strong you are, you can't stand against numbers. Let's see how long you last. Lin Fang spoke calmly. Then forgive me. Thanks to your gluttonous rat's essence, I can now heal myself by killing enemies. He raised his sword and shouted. Secret technique, rebirth in blood. With one slash, he tore a beast in half. I can now heal myself after every kill. If you want to see the next part quickly, then go ahead and hype up this video as much as you want. The more you hype it up, the faster I'll upload the next part.